Catering vehicles are on their way.
Hello, everybody. Hey, where's my fancy transition? Hold on. Good old OBS liking to reset itself. Bear with me now. We're going to go ahead and do our nice transition. OBS, behave yourself. Nice transition coming now. Ah, yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard. Holy macaroni. What a morning, chat. We were about this close. I know you can't see me right now, but we're about this close to not even having a stream today. I don't know what the hell is going on with my computer, but something. I honestly can't even explain it. It was not picking up any of my programs installed. So I went to go launch Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it was like, there is nothing installed on this hard drive for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I was like, huh, that's weird. I went to go like launch OBS, and it was saying nothing is installed for OBS on this computer. I went to go launch Navigraph. It was saying nothing is installed on this computer with Navigraph. I went to go launch Sim Toolkit Pro, and it's saying this shortcut does not exist. There's no more program under this name. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know what the hell is going on. I feel like my computer decided to... everything ended up working. Like, as soon as like I started getting one program to open, another program would open, and it was just real weird. Anyways, welcome aboard, chat. We were this close, like I said. I know you can't see me, but just picture me going very small in my hands. This close. To not having a stream today. So thankfully I was able to figure everything out. I don't know what, honestly, I've never seen that in my life. Basically what happened was it was all the shortcuts that I have on my computer. It was saying that nothing was installed for those shortcuts. So, anyways, I ended up getting it fixed. I ended up getting everything to work. But I spent the good last about 45 minutes trying to get everything to work. So welcome, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. First thing you'll notice is there's no camera today. I honestly didn't even have time to set up my green screen and put on my shirt and get everything ready for the Captain Canada style. So we're just going no camera today. We're just going to have fun. We're just going to do our flight. It is Monday. It's wrapping up the week for me. This is day 3 of 3. I just didn't want to just cancel the stream just because we can't turn the camera on. So welcome aboard, everybody. Thank you again for coming to hang out. I really do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going on, Cap Canada Technology? Can get pissy sometimes. What do you think about custom water cooling? Worth the money? Custom water cooling? No. 5 years ago, 7 years ago, yeah, custom water cooling, sure. Custom water cooling, all it does now is just for show, man. So if you plan on showing off your PC and you want to do cool stuff with it, sure, I would go with like a custom loop or something like that. But the way that these AIOs are now, the all-in-one water pumps, that's all you need, man. There's no need to go with any of that. So no cam, probably because you didn't shave. I did shave though the other day, Ali. I put a nice number 4, nice number 4 on the beard. Because I had to go have family, had dinner with fiance's family last night, so I had to look somewhat presentable, right? It was awesome. We actually ended up going to an Indian restaurant. Her brother wanted Indian food for his birthday celebrations. So I went and got some Indian food last night. It was absolutely delicious. I ate way too much, and then we went back and we had birthday cake, and it was... Yeah, you could pretty much just roll me out of there. I was so full last night. It was absolutely awesome. E320 next week? Probably not. I think we're going to spend 2 weeks here in the PMDG. This is week number 1, so we're going to spend a week next week flying it in Europe. We've got some new scenery that released in Europe. We've got a couple sceneries that we're going to look at. Orbex just released a really cool Italian airport that we're going to fly down to, I think Ryanair. Did you show up in uniform? No, like I said, Davis, I literally been fighting with the computer for the last 45 minutes. Yeah. Anyways, next week probably in the PMDG, and then the following week we will be... I don't understand why everybody's saying no E310. Dude, we flew the E310 for 2 weeks. We literally flew it since its release for 2 weeks. I have to spice things up. We will be back in the A310, but just not so soon. We've got the PMDG to fly. We've got the Phoenix to fly. We will then be back into the 80 builds A310. I love the optimism here, chat, but you gotta space things out. We can't just keep flying the same airplane week after week after week after week after week. You guys know by now, I usually like to do a 2-week slot where we spend 2 weeks flying an airplane and then move on to another airplane for 2 weeks. So like I said, we flew the Builds 310 for 2 weeks. We're going to now fly the 737 for 2 weeks, and then we'll probably jump into the Phoenix for 2 weeks, and then we'll probably be back in the 310 if we don't have any other aircraft available or aircraft that has been released. We're patiently waiting for the 737-900 to come out. We're also waiting for the PMDG to release their tablet. We're also patiently waiting for the Aerosoft A330 to release. So there's a couple airplanes on the horizon that we are all looking forward to. Hopefully we'll either get one of those, or if not, we'll be back, like I said, in the Phoenix, the PMDG. We'll see how it goes from there. But welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks so much for coming to hang out today. Hope you guys enjoyed the members-only stream yesterday. If you guys missed it, we had some beautiful flights down to Kingston, Jamaica, and back to Miami. Some beautiful weather in Miami. It was a really fun day of flying. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys did enjoy it as well. So welcome aboard, friends. Thanks so much for the support. Since yesterday, I have a problem with my AirX cycle. I'm not able to initialize the flight plans from SimBrief, but everything is updated into the latest version. That's really weird, Andreas. Try and log out of SimBrief, maybe log out and re-log in. Maybe it just has to sync up some files or something. I'm not sure. So, really want to see Lamezia Airport from Orbex. Flown there a couple times in a flight. Was that the one that just released, Steph? Because that's the one I think we're going to fly into next week. So, looking forward to today. Thanks so much, Thompson. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Did my first VATSIM flight today. Very stressful, but quite fun. Awesome. Very cool. Forgot to remove GSX jetways for this scenery. Uh-oh. Yeah, you're going to want to do that. That's for sure. Hey, Cap. Hope you're well. Got my first coding interview today. Very nervous. Got to chill to prep my brain. Hey, man, just, do what you do, man. Obviously, if you've got the interview, you know what you're doing. So just, be confident in the skills that you have, man. You'll be good to go. Is this real weather and time? Yes, real weather, real time. You got it, man. How long is the flight today? Scheduled at 2 hours and 16 minutes, I think is what it's at. 2 hours and what does SimBrief say? 2 hours and 16 minutes, yes. So probably closer to 3 hours gate to gate with a nice replay in between. So without further ado, friends, let's not waste any time. Let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's get this bad boy programmed, ready to rock and roll. We are obviously repping the beautiful United, what is it, Eco Blue, I think they call this livery or something like that. But it should be a wonderful flight down to, or up. I guess we're going up. We're going up to... Newark today. Newark, New Jersey, aka also part of New York. We should get some beautiful views of New York on our route. First thing I see over here is I see a bunch of U.S. Army. John didn't do his job, chat. John, you left all your U.S. Army boxes over here. We've got tons of stuff for John. John needs to come pick up his stuff. First thing is first, let's go to the overhead. Let's get our battery master switch on. We'll also get the ground power on. It's going to bring the aircraft to life. We'll turn up our sound so everybody can hear everything. Anyone see Austin's live video yesterday? I mean, I skimmed through it, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's, I don't know. Dude. I don't know what to say about it anymore, man. I really don't. I feel like X-Plane in general is not designing a simulator for everyone anymore. I feel like X-Plane is very devoted to just developing a simulator for real-world pilots at that point. That's what I got out of the whole thing, but yeah. How much did my track IR cost? It was a gift, but I believe it was like 190 USD or something like that. I think that's the usual. Bought it off Amazon as well, so yeah. What did Austin say? It's more like what he didn't say, to be honest with you, but yeah. Action Cap ICO has officially said that Newark is no longer a part of the New York Metro Airport area. There you go. Cool. Max, how are you, my friend? Coming in with a €2. Appreciate you, man. Says, hey, Cap, we are sad we can't see that lovely face. No, it's okay, man. Don't worry. You'll all live one day. Thanks for support, Max. Appreciate you, man. Huge no floaties to do. Thank you. So what would it be considered, Wash? Are they just part of, like, Upper New York State or something like that? Like, how does it even work? Hey, Cap, could you help me out? I just installed GSX, and I put it in my sim brief and all that so it could link. Then I call for boarding stairs come even though there's a jetway. So, Jonathan, most likely what you need to do is you need to go to customize airplane, I think it is, and then the PAX 1, I think you need to set it up or something like that. I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. If the stairs are coming, that just means it's not configured properly and you should operate jetway instead of operate stairs. You may have to go into the GSX settings as well and do a couple of the make sure that it looks kind of like this or something like that. So it's just a New Jersey airport, nothing more. New Jersey is actually wealthier than New York. Well, there you go. How do you like track IR? Is it something you would recommend? Absolutely, Paul. Especially if you're doing like visual approaches or taxiing around the airport and stuff like that. Absolutely. Jonathan, hopefully you can get a screenshot of that, man, and that will help solve some of your issues. There's a bunch of tutorials online as well, Jonathan, so don't feel like you're stuck. If you really have to, man, jump online, and there's a bunch of tutorials for GSX people have done, so I would definitely say that. Mad Dog finally released an update after 5 months or so. Anyone off stream soon? Honestly, man, if I'm being honest with you, Trey, that aircraft kind of really let me down, man. The textures, the sounds, everything about the airplane, which was a major letdown. That's kind of why you haven't seen me fly it on the channel very much since the initial release. I'm trying not to be too critical on developers, but that one just didn't hit the check marks to me, man. So, yeah. Please confirm you have to relaunch FS Realistic every time before flying. No. And if you do have to do that, just go into the settings and make sure that you have it on auto start and auto exit. Auto start, auto exit. You want to have those two turned on in your settings, and then you shouldn't have to touch it. It should just do whatever you need to do, Dave. You have to go to the airport settings and go through all the gates and remove stairs with the checks box for all the gates that have a /J next to them. There you go. For everyone who's having issues with that one. Hey, Gap, are you following the World Cup this year? No, I've never really followed the World Cup, to be honest with you. Hopefully that helps. Make sure you auto start, auto exit, auto minimize. That's exactly what you want to have that as. Okay, everything looks good up there. We'll get our chime only. Let's go ahead and get our window heat on as well. Hydro pumps can stay off. We don't need any anti-ice. We're in Florida. Everything else looks good here. Engine bleeds can come off. APU bleed is off. Packs are off. Isolation valve is open. I think we're going up to 35,000 feet today, so we'll go ahead and plug in 350. Everything else looks good here. We'll get our logo lights on. Beautiful. Let me go to GSX. Let me go ahead and load up our sim brief. There we go. Good. 155 packs. That's good. And then what we'll do is we'll start the boarding process. So request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Beautiful. Good. Cool. Let's come down here. Let's spend some time on the McDo, CDU, whatever you want to call it. We're going to go to the FMC tab very quickly. We're going to go to pause in it. We're sitting on the ground. KRSW. We'll throw that into here. Go to our next page. We'll grab our left GPS. We'll scroll back. We'll set that there. Good. I don't think I have a company route, so bear with me. I'll probably have to just make one quickly. Good. Close that. Good. RSW over to Newark. We'll go ahead and populate that into our company route, activate and execute. Beautiful. Flight plan today, or sorry, flight number. We are United 422, which is a real world flight. I think we're 422, right? Yeah, 422. Which is a real world flight. Let's go ahead and jump up top into there. Wonderful. We want to load both. Is 1440p stream possible? It is, but good luck on your GPU, man. That I'm pretty sure if I wanted to go to 1440p on any stream, I would need just an encoding computer by itself, man. That's pretty gnarly to get those types of resolutions on stream over the internet. Yeah, it takes quite a bit, man. What track IR do I have? I have the track IR 5. I think the Pro bundle with the track clip and the hat switch, but I use the track clip. So, hey Cap, how's the scenery for RSW? Is it worth it is, I think so, SLR. Yeah, we'll have a quick look here once we start loading the aircraft to get everything boarded. I'll have a quick little look around the airport. Is $29 for GSX a good price? Yes, I do. I do, man. Yeah. You have to change from stairs to the jetway and the PMDG settings in the FMS. I don't think he was talking about the PMDG. I'm pretty sure he's talking about any aircraft. So, the ATR 42, 600, and 700 is coming in March. Yes, that'll be awesome. I do agree. That'll be absolutely fun to give me a new airplane to learn. Absolutely. Okay, everything looks good there. I'm happy with that. Let's go back to our menu tab. Let's go to our FS actions. We're going to go to a payload tab. On the 0 fuel weight today, we are looking for 61.4. So we'll go ahead and populate that. Good. Should give us 172 passengers. That is all fine and dandy. Go to the return tab. We'll go to the fuel tab. Fuel on today's flight, 9.4. Populate that. Good. Cool. I'm happy with all those numbers. That is all good. We'll go back to the FMS tab. We'll go ahead and go to our departure and arrivals. Just going to confirm that we don't have anybody online today. We don't. Okay, no ATC. So, for our departure, we're going to be on the Seashell 6 departure. Let's go ahead and pull up some weather, though, here, chat. We're going to go to RSW. We're going to go to weather. Winds are 360 at 8 knots. 360 at 8 knots, which means 360. We'll depart on runway 6. That's probably the most common thing. So we'll go departures. We're going to be on the Seashell 6 out of runway 6. And we have the LAL, L-A-L transition. We'll go ahead and execute that. Beautiful. We're not going to set an arrival quite yet because we are still about 2 hours away from New York, or 2.5 hours away from New York. So no need to set an arrival quite yet. We'll just go to our legs tab. We'll make sure that everything looks good there, which it does. Cool. I'm happy with all of that. Let's go back to our NITREF tab. Let's plug in some information now. 0 fuel weight, 61.4. On the fuel burn, we plan on burning 7.2, which is going to give us a reserve of 2.3. Our cost index today, we're going to go initially with 35. We may bump that number up, but that's going to be our initial cost index. 35,000 feet on the cruise altitude. Our average wind component today is 249 at 98. We're going to have a crazy quartering cross tailwind type deal going on today. So that's good. Transition altitude, 18,000 feet. We are in North America. That's all set. Can do a slight derate on the takeoff today, 96.2. That should be perfectly fine to get us out of here. And we'll do a slight derate on the climb as well. Go to our takeoff tabs. Flaps will be set 5. Will be set. Wow. Flaps will be set to 5 degrees. Our CG weight this afternoon is 19.3, which gives us a trim value of 593. And we'll just wait to set our V speeds until we push back. But other than that, chat, that's pretty much our setup. We're looking good. I'm going to turn the brightness up here on the panels. I'm going to go ahead and put 2,000 on my squawk here. Good. And then we can have a quick little gander around the airport, because there's a couple people who are asking me questions about the airport. Is it the most detailed airport I've ever seen? No, absolutely not. Is it decent for its price and payware? Yes, absolutely. Again, just a little bit different, right? Oh my lord. Something tells me you're not an A300 and you're just a VATSIM aficionado, probably in like an F-35 or something like that, I would assume, because you are going mighty fast to be in that jet. And can I get some I Love VATSIMs in chat, please? If you have your I Love VATSIMs, now is the time to spam those in chat. I love VATSIM. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hopefully he doesn't follow us on our flight and do a bunch of conflicting issues. But, yep, there's VATSIM at its finest. Cap, when are you going back to Syracuse Airport? I have no clue, my man. Is it possible to have little stutters on Microsoft Flight Simulator during long hauls? I don't get any stutters. I thought they fixed that, but yeah. That looks like an I Still Love FSLTL issue. Well, it's just because they don't have a model for an F-35, which I'm not really going to complain about, right? But, yeah. Paul, thanks so much for your support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Welcome up into business class. Huge no floaties, Paul. Thanks so much for supporting the streams. Really do appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My guy went full space shuttle status. Yeah, he's probably in an F-35 or something like that. They don't have any model matching for the F-35s and stuff, so it's probably what's going on. But there we go. Aircraft is starting to get boarded up. If I missed anybody in chat, please feel free to say hello now, or if I missed a question while I was setting up the aircraft again, please feel free to put it in chat now, and I will do my best to answer it for you. Daniel, good to see you, my friend. Welcome aboard. Hope all is well. Christopher, good to see you as well, man. Welcome to Florida. Sorry, when in Florida. Yeah, no kidding. Florida. He doesn't have a flight plan now. He's probably just, like I said, he's probably just trolling around. So, yeah. How is real-world traffic in this sim? Real-world traffic? I'm not sure, Shiv. I don't really use real-world traffic. I use FSLTL for my model matching when I'm on VATSIM and stuff like that. But, yeah. Kevin, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Hope you are doing well. Flight student Cameron, good to see you, man. Were you able to fly yesterday, Cameron, or was the weather so bad that you weren't able to get it well? Mark, good to see you back, my friend. How are you, dude? Good to see you, sir. Mr. Kane, what's up, man? Good to see you. Excelli, good to see you. Bamron, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Hope all is well. Yavuz, good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Hey, Cap, some of the airline liveries don't show up FSLTL. Any idea what's happening? They probably don't have them yet, Manan. They don't have every single airline available quite yet in FSLTL. I know that they're working on a major update that's going to come out, and they're bringing like another 100+ airlines. So if you don't see an airline, that's because there's no model matching for it, or there's just no model for it. So that person that just took off, he's probably in like a fighter jet, and that's why he's showing up as like a default 330, because there's no fighter jet for the model matching. So yeah. Mitchell Taylor, 8 months as a first class member. Huge no floaties to you, Mitchell. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. That's very, very kind. Cap, I have an issue with the stairs always connecting to the PMDG by default. They usually change the PAX entry on Jetway in the FMC, but it doesn't save for every flight. Do you know how to fix this? Yes, Dan. So, bear with me here, Dan, for 2 seconds. What you need to do, man, is you need to set your own, you need to set a custom, if you go to your PMDG setup, you need to start a custom startup state. So, what you do is when you first load into the airplane, go directly to the FMC, put it in a cold and dark state, go directly to the FMC, and you're going to want to go to, I think it's aircraft, and, no, I lied. I think it's options. Nope, I lied. How do you do this? State save. I think you go to no, it is in aircraft, and I think it's in, like, equipment or something like that, or, no. You go to FS actions, and then you set it up this way. You go to ground services, and you set it up this way. If you go to next page, right here. So if you go to the passenger services, PAX entry, set this to Jetway, and then what you need to do is you need to go back and save it. So if you can see here, I have a startup state that I have called CD, cold and dark, but it is my own cold and dark. And the way that I have it is I have it cold and dark with the GPU connected and no stairs attached to the aircraft. That's how you kind of have to do it. So it's a little bit weird, but yeah. No worries, man. Glad I was able to help, man. Weather was too overcast with broken clouds. Got you. Okay. Got you. Maverick, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Or they have logged into the VATSIM incorrectly with the wrong info in the plane and the flight. True. Yeah. For someone who is getting into flight sim for the first time with very little aviation knowledge, what is the best way to get started and the aircraft to learn first? Shiv, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Start the tutorials, man. There's a bunch of tutorials that start you off from flying a single engine Cessna 152 to flying some of the bigger jets that are available, the 787, the 757 or something like that, you know? So that's kind of how that works. I would suggest doing that, to be honest with you. Yeah. Cap, any thoughts on just flight traffic once it comes out? Do you think it will be better than FSLTL? I have no clue, man. I don't know. I guess the big thing that's going to be really the game changer SPL is going to be performance. Like myself and many others, whenever you fly into like a heavy populated airport right now, no matter what you use, AIG, FSLTL, performance goes out the window. I'll lose anywhere between 5 and 10 FPS, which is crazy when you think about it's flight sim, right? Usually we're on that threshold of like 35 to 40 FPS, which is exactly what you want to look for. But if you remove 5 or 10 FPS, that can bring you down to the 30s, you know what I mean? 25, 30. So I think performance is really going to be the big thing. If performance is better, then I'll consider switching over. But right now, I just love the ease of use, man. That comes with FSLTL, keeping it updated, installing it. It's literally a breeze, man. So unless something changes performance-wise or something like that, or we can get like a confirmation that there is no performance hit or something like that, then I would be interested in the new one. But yeah. What is the duration of this flight? 2 hours and 16 minutes. Is this a turnaround flight? No, we're only doing one leg today, man. Had a long day yesterday. It was almost a 5-hour stream yesterday, 4.5 hours. So long week. And then we had a 4-hour stream down the other day as well from Toronto to Fort Lauderdale. My cost index is going to be 35 today. Hey, Cap, you're my favorite streamer. I'm always waiting for you to go live, and I haven't missed a stream. Well, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you. ACAP for stopping here at RSW. I work for ATS at RSW, and United just went on break to watch a little bit of the stream. Jeff, that's awesome, man. Thanks so much for the support, dude. Appreciate you. Everybody wave to Jeff. He's in the tug. Look, ATS. There's Jeff. Jeff, you're looking jacked today, my man. Looking good, dude. Thanks for support, Jeff. Appreciate you, man. Jeff's going to be pushing us back today. We've almost got our passengers on board, chat. 112 of 155 are now boarded. We're not going to get the APU spooled quite yet. No need for that just yet, but yeah, we're looking good. What did you order at the Indian restaurant? I got the it's called the taster platter. So it came with some what did I get? Butter chicken, chicken tikka masala. It came with like I'm gonna butcher the name. I don't even know chicken. It wasn't a chicken korma, but it was like a curry with beans. It had a bunch of different beans in it. It was absolutely delicious. Some jasmine rice. It came with some tandoori chicken, and it came with garlic naan bread. It was absolutely fantastic. I ate way too much, man. Dal, that's it. Thank you, Shiv. That's exactly what it was. Yes, dal. So butter chicken, dal, and then chicken tikka masala, rice, and then 2 little chicken thighs. Thighs? No, drumsticks. 2 chicken drumsticks. Yeah, it was absolutely delicious. So good. I really like tikka masala. It's my favorite, to be honest with you, man. Chicken tikka is, yeah, that shit slaps, dude. With some naan bread, oh my lord. I could eat that all day, every day, man. Every day. What's up, Tanush? You see 2-3 people? What do you mean? Tandoori chicken? Yeah, tandoori chicken is really good as well. With the, what's the sauce that you get on the side? It's almost like tzatziki. It's like a garlic kind of, garlic white sauce. I don't even know what it is. It's absolutely delicious. Yeah. Drumsticks called chicken tangy? Oh, maybe. Could have been. They call it tandoori chicken here, but yeah. Does anyone know how to find the pitch trim for takeoff on the fly-by-wire? Yeah, I mean, there's the big wheel next to the throttle, and you just set it to whatever it needs to be set to there. All right, let's get the aft fuel pump on. Let's go ahead and spool up that APU chat. Beautiful. We'll jump outside. We'll listen to this bad boy spooling. If it's coriander mint chutney, no, we had that coriander mint chutney, but no, it's a white sauce. It's almost like tzatziki, man. It's like got garlic and cucumber in it and stuff. I forget what it's called, but Dazzle, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. I did have the chutney though. That's absolutely delicious. Yes. Yeti, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Where do you calculate it? It should do it for you, RG. Once you put in like your zero fuel weight and stuff like that, it should do it. Yeah. Rada? Could have been Rada. Yeah, Rada. Could have been. Max, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Remember, guys, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button if you are enjoying the content. It does a huge solid. It shares my stream throughout the wonderful community. Oh, the man. What's up, dude? Good to see you as well, man. Why does the Jetway have Eurowings and Lufthansa ad? The Jetway does it? I don't even know. Maybe we're at the international terminal? I don't even know. Do you use Rex Seasons debating if I should buy it? Looks very good. I do. Yeah, Flight Man. I do use Rex AccuSeasons. I do. PR7, what's up, man? Good to see you as well, dude. Hope all is well. I know, I'm sorry, Minan. I'm sorry. All right, cool. Let's come inside. APU generator comes on. APU bleed comes on. We're just getting the last passenger on board now. You're going to hear the ding saying we're fully boarded. Good. Beautiful. Everything is set there. I'm happy with all those numbers. Great. Let's come down here. Return. Ground services. Ground power is released. Wheel chocks are released. GSX. Prepare for pushback and departure. Beautiful. 2,000. Squawking on and reporting. And initial climb 10,000. That's all good. Auto brake over to RTO. We've got our altimeter plugged in. 3005. So everything's looking good there. And we're good.
Hello, Captain.
Hello.
We're ready for pushback.
Nice. Seatbelt signs coming on. Anti-collision lights coming on. Got the rest of the fuel pumps on as well. Beautiful, looking good. Forward entry door should be closed in a second. We'll take a look at that. No packs. We use GSX now. GSX Pro, which loads all of our passengers. International Terminal Concourse B is why they have the attendants on the jet bridge. Do not, but the B1 and B3 for international arrivals. Got you. Cool. Mint chutney, dude. Mint chutney is so good. Do you know what my favorite chutney is, though? Mango chutney. Mango chutney is my favorite, dude. So good. Yaw damper is off? Yes, Charles. You do not turn your yaw damper on until the engines are started. Yaw damper and probe heats go on before you move, man. Or before you start taxiing. We can get the hydraulic pumps on now that we're about to start pushing. But yes, do not worry, my friend. Cap, do you use refueling or catering options on GSX? And when you start boarding GSX, does it automatically begin with the baggage as well? One more thing, does GSX use real time or can I edit it? You can edit the times. So if you go to GSX and you go to the GSX settings, you can go to timings and you can set what you want it to be. You can put it to be density passengers. You can also choose here multiple trips. So if you have this turned on, you'll see the baggage loaders come to the aircraft twice. I have detect custom aircraft system refueling, so that will not bring out the refuel trucks. Enable in-game cameras, ignore wingspan when parking. Sometimes there'll be a lot of, it won't let you park at certain gates because it'll say like aircraft too big, wingspan too big. So you'll do that. That's pretty much it. Just make sure you set up your sim brief down here as well with your username. And then for every flight that you load, when you first load in, it's going to see how it says sim brief OK right here. So you're going to want to do that, sim brief OK. Going to continue the pushback. We're going to go tail to the right.
Release parking brakes.
Wait, did I do that correctly? I think I fucked up, chat. Whatever. We'll just taxi away. Park brake off. I should have gone left, I think.
Commencing push.
How many packs we got? 155.
Start at will.
I mean, Fly9er, you can absolutely play Microsoft Flight Simulator with those specs, man. There's a lot of people that play Microsoft Flight Simulator with far worse specs, so I think you'd be fine with those, man. Engine number 2 over to ground. Start valve open. N2 percentage is rising. We are looking good. Jeff pushing us all by himself. No truck needed. Hey. Hello, Cap. Are you going to do A320 ops in the near future again? Of course, man. Yeah, of course, dude. And we'll introduce fuel. I pushed the wrong way, but I'm just going to say I did it for my United friends over here. That's a 700. Short guy. Any news on the PMDG 777? No. If you want any news, just go over to the PMDG forums. They'll be able to help you out a lot better than we can, that's for sure. For United, out of C3 and C5, we push straight out into the alley just for future. Ah, got you. Cool. That makes sense, because now I've put myself in a really weird position, haven't I? Yes, that's okay, though. We'll just swing out this way and we'll come that way. Thanks for the heads up, Jeff. Hey, Cap, I'm unable to get the ILS signals. I've tried all add-on aircraft, including the default 320, with no luck. Any ideas what the problem could be? It won't even let me tune the ILS manually. That's, yeah, that's a weird one. I'm not quite sure what about that, dude, to be honest with you. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. Do you have, like, the nav data installed and stuff? It's a little bit weird. Start valve open. N2 percentage rising. Fly-by-wire 320 sometime? We'll see. We'll see. It's really difficult with the Phoenix to convince myself to fly the fly-by-wire, but We'll have to see. Look at this pushback. Holy macaroni,
Set
dude.
parking brakes.
Jeff, where are you taking me? Park brakes on.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine.
Introduce
start.
fuel number
You can
1.
Disconnect.
Forgot to mention it's the FSDT scenery for Cord. I've flown into there. I've picked up the ILS before. I'm not quite sure what's going on. It's weird. Weird, Sean. I don't know, man. Is it working with every other airport? It's just Cord that it's not working? Jeff's practicing for the strongman competition. Nice. Nice.
Unlocking
nice.
gear.
Mr. Cod Beast, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. I hope all's well. All right, park brakes on. We got 2 good engines. Wonderful. Let's go to the overhead. Let's get our engine generator 1 and 2. APU bleed off. Engine bleeds on. Packs to the auto position. Isolation valve auto. Probe heats on. Yaw dampers on. APU goes off. Engine start switches to continuous. Taxi light comes on. We'll set our flaps down to 5 degrees for takeoff. Is the scenery good? Yeah, it's good. It's decent. I think for the price, I think it's like 12 or 15 bucks or something like that. For 15 bucks, I don't think you can really complain, man. Beautiful, looking good. Back into here. Let's go to the overhead. Everything looks good. Everything is fine. We'll do a recall. Checked. Good. I'm going to flip you over to Gen 1. That's good. Everything is set there. Park brake can come off. And we will go ahead and select our V speeds 44, 45, 52. So 152. And we'll just make sure that our trim value is set correctly as well at 6.05. Should be good right about there, chat. Cool, let's do it. We're just going to taxi on out of here. We're going to get out of the way of these guys. Because we're pretty much in their way right now. Cap, what are your graphics like? Jonathan, exclamation point MSFS in chat, man. That'll provide you with a Nightbot command to exactly what I have my graphics set to. Burner, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Have the winds in Europe calmed down? I have no clue. Haven't flown in Europe in a week now. I do not know. Cap, think to buy Latin VFR A319. Is it good? No. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money at all, man. Buy the Phoenix 320. Do not support Latin VFR with that bullshit. Support Latin VFR by buying their airport scenery, but don't support them by buying bullshit add-ons. Pardon my French. Alright, I think we want to go all the way out to hotel? Can we just go all the way out here to Juliet and then we'll make a left? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go all the way out till Juliet, chat. Here's Kilo. Actually, I guess we can go left here. Oop, a little bit of elevation issue. Watch the nose here on this one, Cap. Boom. Boom. Looks like our F-35 has decided to land finally. What a weird airport layout. NVFR aircraft are supposed to be freeware aircraft, but they made it payware for no extra upgrades. Yes. How do you decide which taxiways to take? When there's no one online, you just kind of take the most direct route. You know what I mean? Just take the most direct route. This should be Juliet now here to the right. This is Juliet. Perfect. Speed bump. Alright, flight director, left side, right side, auto throttle, VNAV, LNAV. Good. Yeah, Sean, be careful. That's not good at all, man. You don't, again, I can't reiterate this enough. You don't buy a payware airplane to then mod it with a free mod to make it flyable. That does not make anything good. That's not good, man. That's not, we're in 2022, dude. This isn't 2001 where we're trying to mod airplanes together. It's not good. You don't buy anything to mod it with something for free to make it actually work and flyable. That's not what this is. Don't suggest anything like that, please, in my chat. Other streamers may use it, and you want to support that, do that in their streams, man. But don't spread hope here in my stream, please. Not with that bullshit, man. I'm zero interest in supporting and having people in my chat suggest those things for other users. Latin VFR, E319, and A321 is absolutely terrible. Usable. Even that, again, I can't reiterate that enough. It makes no sense to buy an airplane and then basically the only thing that you're buying from Latin VFR is a model at that point. That's it. You're buying an external model of an airplane for $20-something, which is ridiculous if you think about it. Absolutely ridiculous. Go support proper developers. Go support real people that will actually give you something worth of value. Because, yeah, to buy a model of an airplane and then have to go put a freeware mod in it to make it flyable, that's unacceptable in my opinion. After buying a payware A319, you get the default Asobo 320. That's what I mean. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy, man. It's unacceptable in today's standard, in today's times. It's very obvious that it's a money grab, but yeah. Oof. He's off. Nice. So basically a $20 livery. Not even a livery, like I said, like you're paying just for like an external model. That's it, man. You don't even get anything out of it. You just get an external model. That's literally it. How's the BWI series? It's nice. Yeah. I was dumb when I bought it. I just love the A319 so much, so yeah, it sucks. Hey man, listen, dude, you're not the only one. That's why I'm trying to spread, you know, that's why I'm trying to, you know, not allow people in chat to like say, oh, I bought it and it's decent, you just have to mod it with a freeware. It's like, no, that doesn't make something decent. That just shows how bad it is. Should hop on Miami Center. Sadly, I'm at work. No worries, hot. No worries at all, man. Can't wait for the 7.5. Hopefully it comes out nice. Yes, I agree. Hey, Cap, is it better to upgrade my graphics card or my memory RAM? Well, it depends. It depends. If you have 8 gigs of RAM, I would say you definitely need 16. If you've got a, you know, a not up to task a GPU, I'd say you have to get a GPU as well, but depends, man. Can't hear other aircraft take off. Do you keep the external sounds low? Yes, Shiv. Yeah. I mean, you'll hear it if I go like to an outside sound, like out like this, you would hear the airplane, but we're inside the aircraft, so you're really not going to hear it. Should I get X-Plane 12 as it's on discount? That's completely up to you, man. I can't tell you how to do that. I just, I mean, if I can be real with you for a second, it's quite telling when a product goes on sale before it's even released. The fact that X-Plane 12 is 33% off and it hasn't even released yet, that should be a major eye-opening for a lot of people. A lot of people that have a good solid brain in their head, I think, would understand what I'm talking about. Very suspicious that a product would go on sale at 33% off before it's even released. That doesn't make a lot of sense. There's something going on there. Some type of sales or revenue has not been met, and they are doing their best to try and meet those revenue sales. And yeah, I think it's just telling in today's world what people are expecting, what people want out of their flight simulators. Just doesn't make sense. UGPU comes today, 12 gig, 3060. Nice, enjoy, man. Enjoy. All right, chat. Let's get out of here, shall we? Up to Newark, New York. Should be a beautiful flight. I do have the joystick cam ready for you guys, so I'll throw that on now. Hello, chat. This is as much as you see me today. Let's go throttles up to 40%. Beautiful. Let's get our chrono on. Wonderful. Let's get the hell out of here. Toga. Takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. Cross check.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. I would just like to remind the person that is buzzing all the aircraft off departure and stuff that this is VATSIM. This is not Microsoft Flight Simulator servers. You can 100% lose your VATSIM account for what you are doing. Not to mention this is a live stream, so what you are doing is being recorded, and it takes one email or one Discord message to the VATSIM crew, and there goes your VATSIM account. So I'd just like to keep that out here for you guys. We will be on the Microsoft Flight Simulator servers sooner than later, and you can do whatever you'd like on there. But this is VATSIM. Let's try and keep it as realistic as possible. Thank you. Let's go left direct seashell. Let's go ahead and lock our gear. Auto brake to the off position. One-way turn-offs, taxi lights, and retractable lights can all go off. Let's go flaps clean. You are correct, Shiv. It is, man. Yeah, definitely. Do I have the Denver airport? I do, yeah. Flight Beam Denver. Very good. Very good scenery. It's 250 knots, pitch for climb. Up and through the soup. 5,000 feet, autopilot's coming on. Back up into the flight deck. Sounds go down just a little bit. Got our cruise altitude plugged in, 350. And we'll do our after takeoff checklist once we get to 10,000 feet. 350 is in. Beautiful. Just got Flight Beams Denver today. Amazing on performance. Way better than the handcrafted. Yes, absolutely. God, that looks so good, man. Yeah, absolutely it is, dude. Didn't know the 737 has retractable lights. Some of them do. The older ones do, Widow. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is GM. You have to remember, though, dude, everybody has to start somewhere, right? So as long as they're learning and they're getting better, it's really all you can ask for, man. Not everybody's going to have, you know, top-tier skill coming out, but yeah. Went back and watched one of your streams from 3 years ago, Cap. It was fun to watch. Nice. Good to see you, Blue Cramp. Andy, what's up, man? Good to see you as well, dude. Any plans to get a 4090? No. Not unless you're buying it, Daza. Yeah. You buy it, I'll use it, Daza. But, you know, that's... I would have to probably get a new... I'd probably have to get a new power supply. And at that point, I mean, just... Yeah. Happy Monday to you as well, Andy. Thanks for being here, dude. 10,000 feet chat. Beautiful. Landing lights come off. Engine start switches to the off position. And we'll go ahead and get the seatbelt signs to the auto position as well. Flight attendants can start their in-flight services. After takeoff checklist, gears up and off. Flaps are clean. Auto brake is off. All of the lights are off. We are pressurizing as well. 35,000. Cabin is pressurizing. Everything looks fine and dandy. And there we are. Climbing out of Florida. Looks incredible, man. Some nice wing views here for you guys. Let me check Matthew's college fund. Dude, yeah. I'll probably end up doing, Daz, is I'll probably just wait, and I'll do a whole new build probably next year at some point. Maybe after these GPUs have been out for a little bit, we'll see what the 4090, because who knows, right? Because you know, as soon as they release the 4090s, they're going to start pushing the 5090s, and you know the 5090 is going to be 6 times more powerful than the 4090. So it's just this continuous game, you know what I mean? Doing a milk run out of Abbey today. Nice. Nice. Enjoy your day, mate. Have you gotten started yet, or you getting started? Florida's the best state in the U.S. It has the best governor in the U.S. Well, we're not going to get into that, man. Politics. This is flight sim. Everybody's going to have their own opinion. And then we can stream in 1440 or 4K. True, yeah. Textures below default sim are part of the airport scenery. Like the ortho that you're seeing down here, that's just default simulator, man. Yeah. Still at home getting ready? Got you. Cap, I've got a 1,000-watt power supply. Do you recommend to switch for a new 12-pin cable for the RTX 4090, or leave it and use the NVIDIA adapter? I have no clue. I haven't done enough research on it, to be honest with you, SPL. I do not know, man. Yeah. Super excited for the trip into Newark, a.k.a. Newark, New Jersey. Yes. Cap, do you ever end up selling my 20 series? I didn't have a 20 series watch. I went from a 1080 Ti, and yes, I did sell it. I sold it to somebody who had the same GPU, and he wanted to SLI them. He wanted to SLI his 1080 Ti's, so he bought it from me. I paid $900 for that graphics card like 4 years ago. I sold it for $750. So for 4 years or 3 years, I used the 1080 Ti, and I only lost $150 off of it. Thanks, COVID. Are you flying in 1080p or 1440? 1080p. Yeah. Any opinions on Accu seasons? I really like it, Alex. I think it adds a lot to the simulator, man. It does it pretty well. The way that it changes the changes the tree colors and the winter textures and stuff. I think it does a good job. Yeah. Gap, to think about continuing with YouTube or finding a different job? No. Continuing with YouTube, man. I mean, I'm not at that level where I feel I need to change things up yet. Yeah. I mean, if I'm speaking from a monetary standpoint, last year was the best year I've ever had. The tax man absolutely loved me this last year. I had a lot of contracts, Thrustmaster contracts, any builds. Had a lot of, yeah, it's been an incredible year for me, to be honest with you. Probably the best year of my life, if I'm being honest. Tango Indy Aviation, huge enough floaties to you, man. Thanks so much for support. Says, I missed the regional Canadian ops. We'll get back to those, man. We will get back to those. But a huge enough floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for support, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. What was that guy doing on departure? Not give him any more attention than he needs. What was he doing? Well, I mean, we're already giving him more attention. He was just flying around like an idiot, man. He was probably in like an F-35 or something, and as soon as I took off, he buzzed the airplane, and yeah, was just doing weird stuff, man. Paid $1,000 this year and updated for 4K. It's awesome how the sim looks after the update. Oh, 100%, man. Listen, dude, if I wasn't a streamer, I would be running 4K, 100%. Yeah. So, I want a Crash 8 for those regional Canada ops. Yes, we need one, man. Have you met Typical Gamer? No, I have not. I have not. Austin, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope all is well. Majestic Q400 should be nice. Yes, absolutely, man. I'd like to see a good Embraer regional jet. Yeah, it'd be good. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate you, dude. Hopefully 20. It's going to be difficult, man. If you look at this year, what's happened, I bought a farm with my fiance, 36-acre farm. I got engaged. Like I just mentioned, some of the contracts that I had this year with Thrustmaster, Innie builds, a couple others was just incredible, man. And it allowed me to do so many things without kind of worrying about, you know, a monetary income off of YouTube. It basically allowed me to live my life as if that, you know, basically all my YouTube money was just gravy at that point, right? So I bought a new car, just a ton of things, man. It was just an incredible year. I think it's going to be really, really difficult to top 2022, but here's to hoping, man. Here's to hoping that it's going to be even better, man. Yeah. When is the date for the marriage? Haven't set one yet, man. Probably in the fall next year sometime. Yeah. Good to see a streamer making good revenue for such a niche as flight sim in a small community. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that was kind of always my. Honestly, dude. If I'm being real for a second right now, I don't think any of this is possible without Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I mean that wholeheartedly. You know, I don't think companies like Thrustmaster are looking for sponsorships if we're just playing. You know, we're just simming with X-Plane and P3D. I truly, truly, truly believe that Microsoft Flight Simulator has just completely opened up this genre for so many people, so many new faces, that I really think like it's just completely transformed because of Microsoft Flight Simulator, man. And I can't stress how, I know some people are like upset about that, and I know some people think like, oh, these children are ruining my hobby, and I go on VATSIM and all, it's just all children not knowing what they're doing, yada yada yada. Like, listen, man, unfortunately that's just what happens when things grow, you know. I personally am okay with stuff like that as long as like what I just said, as long as people are understanding and wanting to learn and wanting to get better. I think it's absolutely awesome that we welcome as many people into this hobby as possible, because you know what happens, chat, when the more people we get involved into this hobby, the better products we get, the better add-ons, the better aircrafts, the better sceneries, because people see it as a, you know, like I mentioned, like we were talking about the other day, you know, if you're an X-Plane developer right now, how do you get excited about X-Plane? Because it's got a handful of the fan base that Microsoft Flight Simulator has, right? If you're a developer for Microsoft Flight Simulator, you should be striving right now to put out the best product available, because you can literally make hundreds of thousands of dollars if you put out a great airplane, if you put out a great scenery, if you put out a great add-on that enhances the simulator. You're talking some serious money, man. Serious money, like life-changing amount of money. If you're, you know, think about it, chat. If you're able to put out an add-on, and let's say you charge $20 for an add-on, and you know 10,000 people buy your add-on for $20, do the math, man. It's unbelievable, dude. It's unbelievable what this hobby has kind of transformed into. It's quite amazing. It's actually quite amazing. So, yeah. I've been married twice to the same woman back in '96 and then again in 2021. Life is funny. Damn, Willie. Congrats, man. Congrats, dude. There's a lot of room to grow. 100%, Andy. Yeah, for sure, man. Was the flight time 2 hours and 16 minutes? Live stream the wedding? Absolutely not. No. Hey, Cap, have you experienced lag with the Phoenix PFD? Nope, I don't think so. Glad you're having a great 2022. My 22 is fantastic as well. Let's see what next year rolls. Nothing but good vibes. Absolutely, man. Yeah, for sure, dude. I agree that with Microsoft Flight Simulator had blown up the market, the audience is in a good way. 100%, man. Yeah. I love how Microsoft Flight Simulator changed the flight sim community. It was a bit controversial when the flight sim released, but it's gotten so much better over time. Ah, it's amazing, man. Yeah. Do you have the news about the EFB from PMDG? Nothing yet, Thomas. No. Hopefully soon, man. Hopefully soon, dude. Some guy on approach ignored my Unicom and went into me. Oh, yeah. That happens. Welcome to VATSIM. Do you recommend Microsoft Flight Simulator over X-Plane? I mean, I find it extremely difficult right now, Yarny, to even put them in the same ballpark or in the same league, man. I have hopes for X-Plane. I really hope that at some point it becomes the sim that quote unquote next gen sim that we all want it to be. But I just, you know, unfortunately the person behind Laminar Research is extremely hard-headed, and I just don't see him. I think he's so focused on creating a simulator for pilots that he's forgetting that 90% of the people that use flight simulators aren't real-world pilots. I think they've forgot about that whole aspect of things, and that's where I think Microsoft Flight Simulator is completely capitalizing. They know their audience, they know what we want, they know what we need, and they're just excelling at such a faster and a better rate. It's unbelievable. But yeah. Just one way today, Corey. One way, man. Hey, excited for the new Need for Speed inbound early access tomorrow? There you go. Nice. I haven't played a Need for Speed in a while. We did one on stream, but Yeah. I hate to say this, but even if you put a crappy add-on, you can still make thousands of dollars, just how big the market has gotten. Well, I think people are starting to wake up to that, Wash. If you'd said that, there's like barely internet up there. Foolish mortal. It's disgusting, dude. I think it's like 50. I think it's 50 and 10. 50 down, 10 up. It's atrocious, dude. Austin's absolutely holding back X-Plane. I'm betting his devs even know this 100%. Just go watch that video that they put out yesterday, man, and watch when Austin says something. You can literally see his whole team like cringe and then like reiterate what he said, but word it actually in a way that, you know, normal people like you and I will understand it. It's yeah. How comfortable is your gaming chair, and would you recommend it? I would, absolutely, man. Yeah, I absolutely love this chair. Very comfortable. Hey Cap, why do you not fly prepared 3D? I love the platform, you and Microsoft Flight Simulator being so good. Too much money, Jack, to get involved, man. Way too much money, dude. Off the bat, you're looking at spending. I mean, I remember looking into it, Jack, and it was, you know, to buy all the airplanes that you want to buy all the Orbex products you want to buy, you're looking at $1,500 minimum for me. For somebody of my flight simming level to jump into P3D and be comfortable and confident in how it looks and stream it, you're talking $1,500 plus, man. And that's too much. That's way too much, dude. C2A.
I'm not saying, just saying, Austin has that creepy kid touch look to him. For frog snacks, iron your clothes and shave that crappy flavor saver.
Fucking guy, man. Huge love floaties to you, C2A. You said it, not me. Thanks for support, man. I appreciate you, dude. This guy, man. Can you attribute your success with streaming to your gaming chair? Absolutely not. No. What are your thoughts in Canada kicked out of the World Cup? It's Canada. Our ground is frozen 7 months out of the year. Not surprising. Would you say that X-Plane 12 is going to be the last X-Plane to be made? No. I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, even when you... I think what you're going to start to see is you're going to start to see X-Plane shift more towards the quote-unquote professional market. I think X-Plane's saving grace here is going to be going after the quote-unquote real-world pilots and the people who think that flying at home in your computer chair flight model is the end-all be-all of the entire world. I think that's who it's going to start catering to. I honestly think that's who it's catering to right now. If you go look at the comments and you look at every time X-Plane posts a video or every time Microsoft Flight Simulator posts a video, it's a bunch of people, you know, in chat fighting and about flight models and stuff like that, man, which is just absolutely absurd to me. But who knows, man? Who knows? Do you think Laminar cares about opinions of YouTubers and flight sim community? No. Absolutely not, Randy. No. If you've ever met Austin Meyer or you've ever listened to the man speak, you will know exactly that that is not the case. He could care less, man. He is not building a simulator for anybody but himself. And again, that's kind of where I think X-Plane has shot themselves in the foot. I think X-Plane is turning into GA simulator. That's really like how I kind of see it, man. It's just a general aviation simulator at this point. That's what they mainly focus on, and yeah. No sunset. New Jersey is closer to 5-6 p.m. Yeah, it won't be a sunset. We'll be landing late afternoon for sure. Yeah, 2 hours and 16 minutes. Scoopty or Scupty, if I may have said that correctly. Do you think Microsoft will do that as well? With all the resources, they can absolutely nail a flight model. 100%, Tony. 100%. Every update, man. Every update, every couple months, they're coming out with a refined flight model. They're fixing it. They're doing this. They're doing that. Yeah. Oh, it is, Big Cat. It is, man. And that's what I said. And that's why I think X-Plane will always survive, because they, you know, a lot of the X-Plane users, they have that cult mentality, right? They have that mentality of, well, I've been told over and over and over and over again that the X-Plane flight model is far superior to anything else, so that's what I'm going with. And like I said, we've had numerous chats about that over the last couple of weeks and months and leading up to it, dude. And I'll reiterate it here again. Flight model is what you make out of it, and I can't stress that enough. You know, there are so many parameters that go into a flight model. You could literally open up the settings and you could spend 6 hours refining your sensitivities on your joystick, your throttles, your rudder pedals, and you can make a flight model as realistic, as true as you possibly can. But at the end of the day, you're sitting in a computer chair on a computer flying in a static desktop simulator. You are never going to achieve that quote-unquote best flight model. It's just, a flight model is literally what you make out of it. You know what I mean? It's just, I find it so absurd that this is like what people are fighting over, that people are, you know, this is the main selling point. It's just wild, man. Absolutely wild. Just repeating the same thing over and over until they believe it. 100%. Yeah. Do you believe that we will have a weather radar show us the clouds? I'm okay if it's not fully functional. I'm sure we will. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't flown X-Plane much, but the Microsoft Flight Simulator model isn't bad at all. I fly 172 IRL and the performance is surprisingly spot on. There you go, Kyle. Awesome news. Yeah. Hey, at least they'll work directly with OpenXR now. What's that, Digital? At the end of the day, I'm not fantastic model, but Mrs. Daza has been with me for over 14 years. Hey, there you go, man. Congratulations, dude. That's awesome. I strive for that as well, Daza. Very, very cool, man. Flight Sim is only as good as its available add-ons. X-Plane is dwindling and Microsoft Flight Simulator is blowing up. Well, I agree with that, Mohammed. 100%, man. I mean, you know what's going on? It's getting so bad in the X-Plane world that, like, a lot of the developers aren't even updating their scenery. Like, a lot of developers, like, so X-Plane 12 has all these new water textures and puddles and stuff that you can do to the airports, and a lot of the developers aren't even going back and fixing or adding the new things just because they can't be bothered, right? Because they know there's more money and more time and more effort and a better result if they start developing for a different sim. And yeah, OpenXR's VR framework makes VR very usable in DCS and Microsoft Flight Sim. Ah, got you. Very cool. I would say that Microsoft Flight Sim model has reached a fantastic level and is being improved all the time. That's coming from a non-pilot. Yeah, 100%. 100%, man. And that's kind of where, like, you see it, right? You have a lot of real-world pilots that say, oh, yes, X-Plane is definitely this more superior flight model, and we love X-Plane. And then you have a bunch of pilots saying that, you know what, it's not, you know, like, maybe X-Plane has the slight edge, but it's not as you know, blown up as everybody else is making it to be. You know, so who knows, man? Who really knows? Let's be honest, though, if you have never flown a real aircraft, you would never idea what a flight model should be. Plus, like you said, you're sitting at your desk. It's what you make of it. 100%, man. And even if you are a real pilot, like, listen, dude, I'm going to go ahead and say, like, 90+% of the pilots that use a simulator, like, they're not using it because they're the flight model, right? They're using it for systems and flows and stuff like that. Like, I've never met a real pilot that flies in real life an A320 or a 737 that comes home and goes, well, I want my simulator to fly exactly like the airplane does in real life, because they know that's not possible. You need millions of dollars simulator and software data from Airbus and Boeing and that type of stuff. Like, you're talking millions of dollars to achieve a quote-unquote real flight model. That's what blows my mind, man, is people buy a product for $50, $60 and they're going to sit here and try and tell us that, well, it doesn't have a realistic flight model and therefore it's not good. It's like, what the fuck are you talking? Who expected a realistic flight model from a $60 simulator that I can buy on Steam? Nobody's expecting that, man. As long as it flies somewhat true and I can have fun flying it, hey, man, I'm all for it. Like, this is all gravy, you know what I mean? Let's be honest here, even level D motion sims aren't perfect. That's what line training is for. 100%, dude. 100%. I have a buddy right now. He may be watching the stream. I don't know. But you guys all know I have a good friend of mine that was he was a corporate pilot. And he has recently been hired by a major Canadian airline, and he's doing his 737 training. And guess what, chat? He's spent, I think, a month and a half in a simulator, and that all means nothing because he then has to spend like 2 or 3 weeks doing check rides and check lines and all that fun stuff. So the simulator is good for flows, and it's getting, and this is exactly what I spoke to him about the other day. He says the simulators are fantastic for learning the layout of the aircraft and learning everything that you need to know about the airplane that you cannot do in the real world, like, you know, failures and engine failures and flap failures and that type of stuff, right? But the meat and gravy and him actually being able to fly that airplane for real comes down to the 3 weeks that he has to do training flights, real world, in this, not in a simulator, in the real world, flying the aircraft and flying the airplane. And that's going to be the, okay, you're either going to make it or you're not. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. V1 really cares about eye candy and he's a real pilot. He's not talking about flight model and all that much. No, because it's silly, Randy. I think because V1 actually understands that no matter what you do, you're not going to achieve a quote-unquote realistic flight model from your home base simulator. Sure, absolutely, man. Like, are they trying their best? X-Plane, Microsoft Flight Simulator? Absolutely. X-Plane with Blade Element Theory, Microsoft Flight Simulator, I forget the name of how they're doing the flight model and stuff like that, but their attempt at doing it is as close as you're going to get to the real world. But no matter what, you're never going to achieve what it's like to fly in the real world. You know what I mean? X-Plane's autogen is ridiculous in its own, but some people will call you dumb for wanting your sim to look nice and think you're prioritizing aesthetics over physics. It blows my mind, Alex. It's a flight sim, dude. Like, absolutely, eye candy is a must. When I look out my airplane, I want to see, I want it to see beautiful down there. I want it to look nice. 100%. Absolutely. You can't even feel the flight model, so why complain about the flight model? That's it, man. It's mainly for system depth, getting to know your materials, general training, 100%. And that's coming from a real pilot, right? You know what I mean? So, 100%, man. Sims for flows and pros, muscle and mental memory. Exactly, AJ. No, you nailed it, man. Yep. I started my flight sim by accident watching real pilots on YouTube and then found Captain Canada XP and EasyJet on YouTube, and I got hooked. I'm really enjoying the experience. Thank you, Air Marshal. Great content creators, man, so thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate you. Even with FAA certified flight sims at my school, hardly fly like the real thing. They don't at all, man. They don't at all, dude. Yeah. It's crazy, man. Zach, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. How are you? Can feel the rumbles with your ass with the base shaker, though. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Started flight sims in 2013 with FSX. Nice. Very cool, dude. Very, very cool. I re-downloaded X-Plane 11 so I can fly the IXCG. I miss that plane so much. Yeah, I thought we were... I think somebody's developing a 737-300 for this sim as well, which will be interesting to see. But yeah. Which long-haul plane in the works makes you excited? The Aerosoft 330 is pretty exciting to me. I haven't really... I know Aerosoft is kind of like a weird name in the community, or weird stance. A lot of people don't like their products. For in P3D, FSX, I guess some of their products haven't been the best. But, yeah, I don't know. That one I'm looking forward to. Obviously a good 787. I was really bummed out with the 787 that's offered here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's not very good at all. So a really good 787 would be very welcomed. I'd love a 350 as well. I don't know if we're ever going to get a 350 sometime soon, but pardon me. Isn't that why we have beefing computers, so we can get the best visual experience? If you want to learn how to fly a plane as well, it's possible to go into a full simulation. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, that's kind of what that's just my general thought, is I just feel that X-Plane in general has lost its touch with the non-pilot side of the flight sim community. I think, maybe that was their purpose. Maybe Laminar Research looked and they saw how well Microsoft Flight Simulator was doing, and they said, okay, you know what? Let's not cater to the people that don't fly, and let's solely start catering to the people, like the real world pilots that, I don't know, man. Maybe that was Laminar's research. Maybe that was their goal at the end of the day. I don't know. I really don't know. But I just feel like they've kind of forgotten that, a good, maybe 90% is a little bit much, but I feel like a good 75% plus of people that use flight simulators don't ever plan on flying in the real world, or don't have any current real world experience. You have to remember, man, flight simulation for a lot of people, including myself, is an escape that, I came to the reality years and years and years ago that I would never become a pilot for many reasons. Money, extracurricular activities, I smoke weed, good luck passing a medical exam, or becoming a pilot if you smoke weed. Now, these are all choices that I've made, and I've explained myself, and I don't want people to think like, oh, I'm just some skeezy stoner who doesn't want to give up smoking weed to become a pilot. That's not the case at all. If I stop smoking weed, I have to go on to medication. If I start onto medication, God knows where I would be, and God knows where this ends up. I am a huge advocate of natural medicines over pharmaceutical medicines. I don't want to be crippled by, little white pills that I have to take every morning, every afternoon, and every evening. I'd much rather smoke a natural plant and a herb and that remedy myself than being on pharmaceutical pills and whatnot. But it's I think that's kind of where the hobby lies right now. Is there's just so many people that are just not gonna fly, and they use as an escape, man. This is the next best thing, in my opinion. If you can't fly in the real world, this is the next best thing, man. Get yourself a yoke, get yourself a joystick, get yourself some rudder pedals, and I tell you, man, this is the closest you'll ever feel to flying, and it is absolutely fantastic, and I'm completely okay with that. Like I said, get yourself the right peripherals, and it's amazing what you can do, man. Yeah. Hey, Gab, I just bought GSX. How do I set how many passengers and payload I want on the 7.3? Well, do you use SimBrief? You should hook it up with your SimBrief. That's how it goes, man. Pretty sure over 75% of the commercial in the U.S. are for pharmaceutical companies. Quite disturbing. 100%. It's the biggest. That's the biggest form of income in the U.S., man, and other parts of the world too. Not just the U.S., Canada as well. It's pretty bad, man. But yeah, I mean that's it's the world we live in, man. Oh, you've got this. Here you go. Take this pill for the rest of your life. Oh, this hurts. Here you go. Take this pill for the rest of your life. It's crazy, man. Found it funny when Austin stated in the X-Plane latest Q&A video that visuals on the ground are not important. He stated he doesn't fly because he wants to look at the ground at his house. It's wild, man. Like I said, if you want to really look at somebody who's just completely out of touch with the whole flight sim community, it's Mr. Austin Meyer. He is, like I said. And hold on, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe, like I said, maybe this was Laminar research, and maybe this was their goal the entire time. Maybe they looked at Microsoft Flight Simulator and they said, there's no way we can compete with that, so we just have to go after the real world pilots. We have to go after the people that are going to buy into the whole flight model debate, and we're going to have to go into the people that have been, quote unquote X-Plane fanboys for the last 10 years or 5 years, whatever it is. Listen, man, I don't want you guys to forget, okay? Never, ever, ever forget. Let me pull up my Steam right now. I am an X-Plane fanboy, all right? I have 4,300 hours in X-Plane 11. I am coming from this world. I have since given up this world because it's just not, they haven't advanced enough into the future. And that's just the reality of things. And I think what you're seeing from Laminar right now is kind of like excuse after excuse after excuse of why they haven't advanced their simulator up into today's standards, is because, well, I'm concerned about flight model. And that's, if you watch all you have to do is go watch the Q&A, and it's literally, I did this because I like this, and I did this because I've done this in the real world, and I did this because I did this. It's all me. Austin doesn't care about the average user, or it's a me mentality over there at Laminar Research, and he's only going to do things that he likes, or that he suggests, or that he has the idea about. That's kind of yeah, and that's where it's failing 100%. And that's why I don't see X-Plane being around, I don't see X-Plane being a serious contender in the flight sim world because of those reasons. That's it. It's too much of a me mentality, and he's not looking at the bigger picture of, like I said, 75% of the flight sim community isn't a real pilot, or won't be a real pilot, or, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Well, absolutely, Yusuf. Like in the right, absolutely. Certain circumstances, obviously, pharmaceuticals have done good. More so, what I'm talking about is I have a bad back. I broke my back when I was younger. I have a really bad back, and for me, you know, I would have to be on basically morphine pills or oxycodone or any of those things, man. And I think we all know how that goes. And I don't think that, you know, you're basically just, it's basically heroin in pill form is what it is. We're not going to beat around the bush here, man. That's why there's such a drug epidemic around the world right now, is through pharmaceutical drugs, is because people got hooked on morphine, people got hooked on oxycodone, people got hooked on all these things, and then they were taken away by their doctors, and it leads them to go to the streets to get their fix, to get the drug, to get the help that they need. I think what you're doing is I think you're taking out of context what I'm saying. Obviously, some pharmaceuticals are great for the right person. Absolutely. I guess what I'm trying to say is, for myself, I'm not a fan of pharmaceuticals. I don't feel that I should be, you know, hooked on a pill for the rest of my life because my back hurts. I feel like there's other alternatives out there that can do a lot better, that don't require me being, you know, dependent on a pill or stuff like that. So, yeah. I'd say the simulator is harder to fly than the real world. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say, I've actually had a lot of pilots say that, because you don't get the forces on your body, right? You don't get that feeling on your body. You don't get the pitch and the yaw and the roll, right? So 100%. Yeah. Laminar has a lot of contracts with several different full cockpit sim builds and flight schools, so that's where their bread and butter is. So that's why they will. That's who they will cater to. Maybe, yeah, maybe, dude. I have not, Timothy. No. Laminar needs to become a corporation, then fire Austin as CEO to save the future of X-Plane, kind of like what Apple did with Steve Jobs. Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen though, Randy, to be honest with you. I don't see Austin selling X-Plane, at least not for the foreseeable future. Maybe when he's done with all this, and maybe when somebody offers him something, you know, crazy, absurd that he can't turn down. But I don't see him selling it, man. He's been doing it for so long, dude, since '93. He's been like the sole person that does all this, so yeah. Pharma is good and bad, but at the end of the day, they don't want healthy people. Pill pushers keep the money flowing. Exactly. 100%. Yeah. 100%, man. Yeah. Sims for flight training are definitely harder to fly than the actual plane. There you go. I heard you on the back pain, 2 spinal fusions, and I have another disc blown out at L1. Now I'm pushing through it. Dude. I feel bad for you, man. I'm not that bad off yet, dude, but I've got a basically I've got a slip disc right now, and I'm trying to figure out what the best way. I gotta go speak with my doctor and figure out the best way to do about it. I don't know if surgery is going to be the thing, but yeah, man, I feel you, dude. I feel you, man. I can barely stand up for like more than a couple hours now without my back just like screaming at me. Yeah. Was an X-plane supposed to cater to the general aviation planes more than commercial aircraft? Yes and no. Yeah. X-plane 12 is much better for full motion because it's not so demanding. That's why it's more loved by IRL pilots. I don't know, man. I mean, I get the same performance. I mean, right now, if I'm being honest, I get better performance in this simulator than I do in X-plane 12. Maybe not X-plane 11. I would say this one's on par with X-plane 11 in Microsoft Flight Sim, but yeah. When it comes to roof in Africa and Mexico on veterans and secured PTSD and depression, any addiction medication they have, they may form for the VA. Okay. Huh. What's the name of the video the interviewer Cap was talking about in which he keeps saying me? Just go to the Laminar Research X-plane 12 YouTube channel. It's the most recent video that they put up. Imagine Microsoft hired away Laminar staff. Pretty crazy, man. Yeah. I would vouch as an IRL pilot that decision making is harder. Real world flying itself is more difficult in the sim. Yeah. Root. Got you. Thank you, Timothy. If I'm not mistaken, even airlines use X-plane framework in their full motion sims. No, they don't. That's a conspiracy, and it's always been. No, they have their own. I forget what it's called, but I mean, unless they're like you're like some small little private like flight school or something. Sure, they may use X-plane or whatever Laminar Research for their stuff, but the major, you know, like the CAE and all these major training companies that actually train commercial pilots, they're running their own program, man. It's not, has nothing to do with Microsoft, has nothing to do with Laminar and X-Plane, nothing. None of those simulators. It's all based on that. And then all the, you know, the flight models, it's all provided by Airbus, by Boeing, by Embraer. All that stuff it's all private too. Like, we can't buy them as just, there are alternatives. You can definitely, you know, I'm trying to think of what's that one off the top of my head that you can buy. ProSim, I think it's called, right? ProSim. Yeah. What are those weird eyebrows? It's because we tricked the camera view. This camera view is basically just this wing view, but I've tricked it, and unfortunately when you trick it, you get these eyebrow windows to appear because the camera actually thinks it's inside. So yeah. Isn't it ProSim? Phoenix is based off that, right? Yes, exactly. Now, that's like, you know, as close to what you're going to get from, like, you know, Airbus and stuff like that, but it's still not there, you know? How do you save your views on the numpad? Depends what you have it set to, Daniel. I think it's, I don't know what it is regularly. I'm not sure. You'd have to go into the settings. Just look for save camera. That's like what it's under. The one near me is P3D but modified by Boeing. Yeah, I know a lot of simulators use P3D for the visuals, mainly because there's so much scenery. You get like Orbex Global and stuff like that, you know, but yeah. What's up, Gap? Just started using VATSIM, kind of just starting with listening how others speak and watching tutorials on YouTube, but hopefully very soon I'll gather some confidence and jump in. Hey man, do it up, dude. Like I always tell, people, like if you're new into VATSIM, pick 2 airports that are close together, and fly from point A to point B. You know, Cap, do you get nicotine while vaping? I've actually pretty much quit my nicotine vape. Smitty is very happy with me. I've pretty much quit the nicotine vape, man. I still have it. I still will puff on it randomly, but I haven't been using it for a good couple months now, man. Yeah. Any chance of flying the 340 again soon? Maybe an X-Plane 12, dude. But if I'm being honest with you, I really don't have any interest in the 340. The plane's just not for me, man. You know how some airplanes, like, just, you love flying them? The 340 is just not one for me. Yeah. Are you looking forward to the 5-wire 380? Sure. Smoke those meats. Do you like the 738 or A320 more? I like them both, Greg, to be honest with you. They're both great airplanes, man. I guess it just depends on the week and how I'm feeling, you know? It's like the CRJ for me. You just can't stand it for some reason. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you, dude. Webcam bugging? No, webcam's fine. I just was having a bunch of PC issues this morning. It wasn't finding any of my programs, Zircon. So like when I went to go launch Microsoft Flight Simulator, it just said like not installed, can't find it, don't know where the shortcut is. When I went to go launch like Sim Toolkit Pro, OBS, it just, Navigraph, it was saying this shortcut doesn't exist or this shortcut has changed and been removed. I was like, what the hell is going on? So I literally was fighting with the computer for like 30-40 minutes before stream. Finally got everything working, but yeah, it was really weird. I mean, just look at the graphics. How can we go back to X-Plane? In my opinion, unless they give me a bloody simulator with a real-world cockpit, no matter what flight model, I just can't switch. And I agree, man. Yeah, we go back to X-Plane 11 when the Flight Factor 777 V2 comes out. You mean X-Plane 12? We'll see, man. We'll see. If I'm being honest with you, it really is going to come down to pricing. When it comes to the Flight Factor 777, the Flight Factor 787, if it's priced accordingly, I will definitely pick it up and I will fly it in X-Plane 12. But if it's going to be some crazy price, like $120, $130, which I think it will be, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, I at least minimum, I think it's going to be $99.99. Flight Factor are greedy with a capital G. And listen, rightfully so. I believe every developer deserves to be paid for their time and their efforts, 100%. But they are, Flight Factor is one of those where, you know, they're first and foremost they're there to make their money. So minimum, I think it's going to be $100. I'm actually thinking it's going to be 120 with the decrease of users in X-Plane now. It only makes sense that price tag is going to go up. So I don't know. Any tips on updating the AirAC for the 738? Timothy, are you using Navigraph? If you use Navigraph, it's very simple. Just update the simulator, or go to navigraph.com and download the Microsoft Flight Simulator updater. Tolus EFB, when comparing it to the Phoenix, is a complete clown show. Oh, 100%. It's not even close, dude. For me, an example, and that's exactly like Fly9er, like that's what I said, right? Like everybody's like, I wish Tolus would come over to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'm like, listen, dude, I'm not being mean here. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm being truthful when I say Tolus won't cut it. You can't. How do you, if you're Tolus and you're a literal one-man team, how do you compete with the likes of PMDG, Phoenix, Aerosoft, any builds? You can't. You just can't, man. It's a subpar product compared to almost everything else on the flight sim or Microsoft Flight Simulator market. It's just not, it's just not feasible for Tolus. And I think that's why they've basically said that they're going to continue to develop for X-Plane, is because they really have no competition, right? If you think about it, who is the competition to Tolus in X-Plane? Nobody. But who's the competition to Tolus in Microsoft Flight Simulator? Everybody. So, it makes sense why they're sticking with X-Plane. And, they put out a huge post the other day and it was like, we believe in X-Plane 12 and we think that this is the future and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, no problem. Just be honest with us. And, honesty goes a lot better than beating around the bush and bullshitting everybody. So, ACAP X-Plane 12 is just a point at crazy prices for it. I think it's just not worth it to have two simulators when I already have X-Plane 11. There's already supportive add-ons for 11. Yeah, for sure. Also keeps poking the bear with the Sobo devs going to make everything to surpass X-Plane. Suppose better flight model. They hear Austin's snarky remarks. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, I mean, he had another one, like I said, somebody pointed out when he was flying, he goes, I don't fly in a simulator to fly over to my house. I fly in a simulator to fly my plane. It's like, okay, Austin, no problem, my man. No problem. Just asked for the TCA Yoke Pack Edition for Christmas. Hope I can acquire it. Nice, Sircon. Wish you all the best, man. Wish you all the best. I had no interest in picking up the Flight Factor 767 for €100. But with the Black Friday sales, it was €30. €30 off, so I picked it up. There you go, man. Yeah. Capo will not recommend the Just Sim ENGM. It's trash. Just wait for the Airsoft one. Really? Interesting. Okay. That's weird, Hunt Carolina. I haven't noticed any frames like that. No. No, man. Is Quality Wings developing? They are, Shiv. Yes, just very slowly. But they are. Cap, would you rather get a joystick or a yoke for the simulator? I'm trying to get the best overall setup so that I can fly the most, such as commercial jets, etc. I mean, honestly, Ryan, I'll put it out into perspective here. If it's easier to fly a Boeing with a joystick than it is an Airbus with a yoke. So I always tell people, unless you plan on getting like a yoke set up to fly your Boeing and a joystick set up to fly your Airbus, which I know is very expensive and not everybody can do, I would suggest just getting a joystick. Get a good joystick, some good throttles, and good rudder pedals, and you'll be set, man. Because at least with the joystick, you can fly the fly-by-wire in Airbus properly and effectively. More importantly, you can still fly your Boeing 737 or 777 or whatever with a joystick as well. Flying an Airbus when you only have a yoke system is very difficult. Airbus is not meant to be flown with a yoke, so that's usually my, I try and put it into perspective that way. Cap, if you'd be an IRL pilot, what airplane of choice? I have no clue, man. Probably an A220 if I could. Hey Cap, would you recommend the CRJ? CRJ is nice. If you like the CRJ, the Aerosoft CRJ is a good little bundle to get. Priced accordingly, not too expensive. The EFB and the system depth that come with it are all top tier. No issues with that. Sounds are great as well. So yeah. Big turnoff in X-Plane 12 is that it has no ortho. Yes. And that if you do want to use ortho, it breaks trees and cloud, or trees and water and all that stuff. Yeah. Do you feel the scenery in Microsoft Flight Simulator switches to default, not Bing scenery at some places, and after a point the Bing scenery comes back? That does happen, Atherwa. Yep. Basically what happens there is probably just a sector with either clouds or something going on that they couldn't get out of the ortho. If you watch from the outside, you can tell he's just salty, and I'll probably fly X-Plane 12. But Jesus, yeah, hey man, who knows, dude? Tolos knows what's best for them as a company. Stay where they're successful, but definitely won't make it up against Phoenix, let alone PMDG or Aerosoft or Quality Wings. Yep, 100%, man. And that's the reason you won't see them come over. You know what I mean? Black Friday is great right now. I just picked up the Thrustmaster 320 side stick and throttles for cheap. I'm really pumped. Nice, dude. Awesome, Greg. Captain, did you see the Bravo throttle quadrant with the Boeing mod and TCA Boeing throttles? Yes, I do, Randy. It's exactly what I use. Airbus is not meant to be flown with the yoke. Next week we'll be back in the 310. Yeah, exactly, right? Although that's not real. That's not a real Airbus plane, AJ. That's a Boeing bus. Boeing McDonnell bus. Boeing McBus. That's what we call it. The Boeing McBus. So toss up between all three airplanes. Ian, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. ACAP, what's your favorite Boeing aircraft? Probably the 7-3. I'm salty about United today. My sister/brother-in-law/niece were scheduled to fly home. Last night at 7 p.m. the flight was rescheduled to 12 noon instead with no warning. Uh-oh. Yeah. You call it the Boeing A310? Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. The Mick Boeing bus. That's actually a good one. Yeah, that's actually a little bit better. I hope so, Weatherman Trey. I wouldn't hold my breath, but I hope so, man. Gotta love holiday travel. Yeah, exactly. Do you think PMDG will make a MAX? They will. They've already said that they will, Greg. Yeah. So they're going to put out their 737-900, and then they're going to give us the EFB, the electronic flight bag. And then from there, they're going to push out the 777. And then after we get the 777, they're going to go back and they're going to make the MAX 8 variants of the 737. So yes. Your gift membership ends from Smitty ends tomorrow. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully you'll be able to catch a new one, man. Fingers crossed on that for you. Remember, guys, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Cap, did you ever hear what happened with the Reg Design YYZ? So sad to see a smaller developer act once they make some income. What did they do? Dan, I got in a... You know what's crazy, Dan, is I actually got a lot of flack from people in my chat at one point in time because I chose to fly... I chose to use the Fly Tampa scenery over the Reg Design Toronto. The problem with the Reg Design Toronto is the performance was absolutely atrocious. I was getting 25 FPS compared to 40 FPS. You know what I mean? Between the Fly Tampa and the Reg Design. But no, I haven't seen what happened afterwards. I know that they have a couple other sceneries that are half decent, but I think Toronto was just a little bit out of their skill set. Thought they made a 747 after the 777. No, that's coming last. I'm actually enjoying X-Plane 12 a lot. I think it'll turn out to be a really nice sim as time goes on. Hey man, nobody's like I've said, dude, you use whatever simulator feels right for you, man. At the end of the day, we're all here because we love flight simulation. It shouldn't matter what simulator you use, man. I think the problem is and where it lies is everybody is kind of fighting about flight models and everybody's fighting what simulator is better. Who cares, man? It's crazy how much time and energy people invest on like YouTube comments to like go after somebody, and it's just so time consuming and just not worth it, man. Do whatever makes you happy, dude. Whatever happy. I'll go watch the World Cup now. Have a nice one, Cap. Take care, Chuamos. Thanks for being here, dude. Austin is so fixated on the see my house argument that he forgets there's a whole world out there. Yep, 100%. 100%, man. Does the Captain Canada coupon code work in addition to with the TCA Black Friday sales? Good question, Kept Quiet. I do not know. Try it? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I see your Sens won 3-2 last night. Yeah, they won in overtime. It was a pretty good game, actually. Pretty good game. Oh, there you go. AJ's already tried. Nice, AJ. The 319 in Microsoft Flight Simulator is like X-Plane 12. It's a money grab. In a sense, sure. My friend recently picked up X-Plane 12 and he said he's going straight to Microsoft Flight Simulator because of the graphics. Yep. I mean, that's I would say that's probably about 70% of the users right now, man. Yeah. I can solve the issue with people debating between Sims, Microsoft Flight Simulator on top. Easy. No. It's not that easy, man. Like I said, everybody uses the simulator for different reasons, man. And that's where I think we just have to be a little bit more open to the fact that, listen, it's good that other simulators exist, right? Because if, you know, it's like I said, dude, if you think about it, if Microsoft Flight Simulator wasn't released, do you think Laminar Research has new clouds, new weather engines, new textures on the runways and puddles and all that? No, absolutely not. This is not, you know, if Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't come out, we're probably all still using X-Plane 11, and X-Plane 12 is probably still in development at some cycle, but it is nowhere near where it is today. The only reason you're seeing Laminar Research and X-Plane doing what they're doing is because of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and vice versa, right? The only reason you see Microsoft Flight Simulator back in the game is because of the success that P3D and X-Plane brought the previous years, right? Like, it's a good thing that we have competition. It's a good thing that we have different simulators to choose from. That's just why I don't, you know, like I said, everybody's got an opinion. And what do we say about opinions, chat? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one and they all stink. We've gone over this before. That's all it is. It's opinions, man. And you fly whatever makes you happy at the end of the day. Who cares what your neighbor's doing or the guy down the street is doing or what this flight sim streamer is doing or what this flight sim streamer is doing? Who cares, man? Use whatever simulator makes you happy. If you feel that X-Plane is worth your time, worth your money, worth your efforts, then go for it, man. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. And same goes for Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you feel that Microsoft Flight Simulator is worth your time, your money, and your effort, then go for that, man. Absolutely. Listen, dude, I've devoted half of my streaming life, probably more than half my streaming life, to X-Plane. X-Plane 10, X-Plane 11. I was one of the only content creators, quote-unquote, bigger content creators, who was solely in the X-Plane market. That's all I did. But guess what? Microsoft Flight Simulator came out and my channel blew up. I doubled my subscribers in like 3 months because of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it's all perspective, man. It's all how you want to do it, what you want to do, what you want to use it for. That's it, man. Do you think that PMDG will ever release any aircraft on Xbox? Yes, they said that they do plan on releasing it to Xbox. They're just waiting for the WASM support. So WASM is needed for these airplanes to work within Microsoft Flight Simulator, and there's some updates that need to be there. Yeah. I've grown up hearing opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, but no one wants to hear it. I mean, that's not wrong, too. Yeah. After spending $69 billion on P3D, I finally decided to move to Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, I mean, expensive, dude. Expensive. I don't care what Austin says. Flying over and seeing my house is dope as hell. Speaks how far technology has come. 100%. And you know why Austin says that is because he doesn't have access to that technology, Wash. If Austin had access to that technology, you know he would be jamming it down everybody's throat. You know he would be like, hey guys, look at my simulator. You can take off and fly over your house and see what's in your backyard. That's literally how he would be selling it. And don't tell me he wouldn't, because he's a businessman first and foremost. Trust me, if he had access to that technology, 100% he would be flying over Laminar Research's headquarters, over his house, over all of his developers' houses. 100%. 100%, man. Kent, thanks for support, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. Welcome up in a business class. Huge no floaties to you, Kent. Thank you very much for supporting the streams, my friend. I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much for your membership, man. Welcome to the green team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wasn't there a time before MS 2020 announcement that you planned on trying some P3D? I didn't plan on it, Weatherman Trey, but I was very close. There were certain airplanes that I really wanted to fly. The Majestic Q400, one of the airplanes that I was just craving. I wanted to try the PMDG, man. I wanted to fly the TFDI 717. There were a lot of airplanes that I wanted to fly in P3D and try. And then the announcement of Microsoft Flight Simulator came out, and I said, okay, well, you know, maybe I'll wait. Maybe all those airplanes will end up coming over here. So, Cap, what is the best plane you have flown on in real life? Best plane? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. Do I paint liveries? No, I don't, man. Where's fun if your vape doesn't have nicotine? Well, my vapes right now have THC, so that's even more fun than nicotine. Let's be real. THC is more fun than nicotine.
So now that Mopar Dude has finally gotten his sim rig, has
Yes.
he hit you or Smitty up for private flying lessons yet?
Not yet.
Also, your Austin impersonation is scary accurate.
Thanks for the support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Huge love floaties to you, my man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you going to pick up the ATRs? Yes, for sure. It's basically tribalism. Austin likes that it's an exclusive club. Conversely, when they showed Microsoft Flight Simulator rig to my family over the holidays, the first thing they asked is, can we fly over? Yeah, 100%. 100%, man. 100%. Majestic Q400 confirmed for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it will be a port over. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Google user. I mean, it's a great product, man. I think people don't get lost in the fact that it's a port over. I think it's a great product for P3D and was in FSX and everything. So you have to remember, they still have to, even though it's a port over, what they mean by port over is probably textures, sounds, that type of stuff, right? I know that they have to completely redo all the gauges and all the systems. So it's not that big of a port over. You know what I mean? But yeah. Worked 4 years on an MD-90 killer performance, 28K thrust. Damn, that's crazy, dude. Will you be able to stream the iFly 737 MAX 8 on P3D? I don't have P3D pilots. Sorry, man. Sorry, dude. TN Aviation, 34 months. Holy macaroni. Huge no floaties to you, my man. Thanks so much for supporting the streams. Appreciate you, dude. Says, hey, Cap, great work as always. Definitely hope we can get a 717 in either X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Sim. I agree. I hope TFDI brings their 717 over. I have a feeling they will. Their MD-11 is coming along nicely. I hope we get one from them. I would love to fly their 717. Some Hawaiian hops on the 717 and stuff. Oh, baby. Be crazy, man. Everybody has Microsoft Flight Simulator flew over their house within the first week. Prove me wrong. True, I did. I know I did. I flew over a couple of places that I've lived over. We have to remember that the AnyBuilds 310 is a port over, so don't be too worried. I'm not sure if it's a port over, Greg, to be honest with you. I don't think so. They might have reused some assets like textures and stuff like that, but completely different simulator, right? I don't think you can port over from X-Plane to Microsoft Flight Sim. I think you can port over from like P3D FSX to Microsoft Flight Sim because the base code is kind of like the same. But yeah. Does AccuSeasons seasons affect the snow on the ground at airports? I'm not sure, Austin. I don't think so. It affects like the snow everywhere else, like on like the streets, on the trees, that type of stuff. I don't think it does with the airports though. No. I don't blame you, Rich Panda. I've heard great things about it. I fly a mix of GA and airliners, Boeing yoke or honeycomb. I would go with the Boeing yoke. Dumbbell. Yeah, I'm going with that, man. I have not flown over my house yet, to be honest. I don't think the world is a big place to explore. Yeah? Aerosoft's been real quiet about the 330. I agree. Yeah. The Boeing yoke is amazing. It's a game changer, man. Absolute game changer. Did you reinstall 2020 to get Sim Update 11? What? I've always had Microsoft installed. Flying over KFLO, done many cross countries of flights there. Really? Damn. Is that it right there? KFLO? Let's see where we are. You're right. That's literally. How did you know that, dude? What the hell? How did you spot that? Zach's got some 30-30 vision out here. 40-40 vision over here, Zachary. Damn, dude. Good eyes. I don't know how the hell you spotted that from 35,000 feet. That is damn impressive, sir. I trust you as my pilot, Zach. Let's go. Just want to grab the extra throttles to fly a 7.4. Yeah, for sure. Besides being pendular motion, what are some of the differences between the two? I mean, that's pretty much it. Dumbbell, sorry. That's, I mean, the pendular action is everything, man. It is, until you try it, until you've actually flown with it, I don't think you'll truly understand what it's like. It's just incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. Been to that airport way too many times. Nice. That's awesome, dude. I guess we are kind of close to you, so yeah. If he knows the roads down there. True, yeah. I mean, isn't that the beauty of photogrammetry scenery, though? Like, how crazy is that, dude? He was able to spot an airport that we were flying over and was like, hey, wait a second, I've been there. That's crazy, man. Good luck doing that in any other simulator. Can we get a flight from Houston to Trinidad? That'd be a good one. Throw that in the flight suggestion channel on the Discord. Austin said he wants solid graphics for the midterm, but does he really care graphics that much? No. It's only $30 more than a honeycomb today. That's such a sell. Unbelievable. Like, that is a great price, man. Hey, Cap, a question I've had for a long time. Do you think PMDG will ever bring their Max? They will, Patrick. Yes, they've already said that they will, man. So the development cycle for PMDG right now is they're putting out the 737-900, and then they're putting out the EFB, or whichever comes first, EFB, then the 737-900. Following that, they're going to shift all of their focus on the 777. After they've released the 777, they're going to come back and they're going to do the Max series of aircrafts. Discord link, !Discord in chat, Ruby. Should be right there, man. Can you help me decide between the fly-by-wire or the Phoenix? Well, the fly-by-wire is free, so there should be no decision there, man. If you don't want to spend $60 on a plane, just fly the fly-by-wire. If you want to take that next step and advance yourself into a proper study, sorry, I don't like study level, a proper immersive experience, then I would get the Phoenix, man. The EFB and the Phoenix and everything in between is just really good. But if you're unsure, I would go with the fly-by-wire first. Try it out. If you're really enjoying flying Airbus and you want to move forward, go with the Phoenix. That's it, man. What is tomorrow's flight? No more flights. The next flight's going to be on Thursday. And I think on Thursday we're going to be checking out some new scenery that was just released. I forget the name of the airport. I'm sorry. I apologize. Whatever it is, somebody in chat I'm sure can get it. It was just released by Orbex. It's down in Italy somewhere. Ryanair does some flights in and out of there. So we're going to probably take a look at that. You can't type in Discord. You have to wait. You have to accept the... There's a couple things that you need to do. You have to accept something when you join the Discord, and then you have to wait. There's a little bit of a time period because we've had a lot of people that just joined the Discord to troll. So, was it Sevilla, Matt? Cap, is it possible to install SimBrief downloader on a simulator PC and SimBrief logged into another PC? It's a good question, Vibhab. I'm not sure. I think so, because it just grabs like your SimBrief. It grabs it from like online, right? So I think you should be okay. Just decided to upgrade my PC from an i7 8700K 1080 Ti to an i9 12900 and a 3080 Ti. Still trying to find a decent price for the 3080, but I got the core. Nice, dude, Lassie. That's quite a nice upgrade, man. You're going to see some real performance upgrades. What add-on am I using for Newark? Maxwell. There is a link in the description down below, or you can put !scenery in chat. I think MK Studios just released it. Okay, there's that one. There's Seville, but Orbex released one as well, Matt. Orbex released, I forget what it is. LAX, good to see you, dude. Appreciate you being here, man. I'll get you the scenery for Orbex, what they just released. Orbex. What did they release? They released Lika, La Misa Terma. Now, don't be weirded out by this. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be showing this, but I have the friends and family account through Orbex, so all of my stuff shows up as $0. I apologize. This isn't a flex at all. I'm just showing you the airport, some of the pictures. So this is where we're going to be flying on Thursday. We're going to go have a look at this. So really, really cool. We've got some Ryanair. I don't know where we're going to be flying from, but we'll figure it out. But the scenery looks fantastic, man. Such a cool airport. And apparently the approach and the arrival into there's ITA Airways. Apparently the approach in off the water is absolutely stunning. So, yeah, we'll have show more screenshots. Yeah, thank you. So I think we're going to be flying in here on Thursday. That's the plan. And then we'll kind of maybe we'll go on the weekend. I'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see how far this is and where we can kind of get some connecting flights and stuff like that. But beautiful scenery, man. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. Looks really nice. It's a weird flex. I didn't, like I said. Here's another one. Tropical Sim released LIPQ. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to look at that one as well. I know that MK Studios released theirs as well, so damn that flex. No, it wasn't, chat. Simmer down. What scenery was that? That was the new scenery released by Orbex. Lica. Lika. Any reason why you like to criticize X-Plane for no reason? Hi, Troll. How are you? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Can we get some trolls in chat? Let's get some trolls in. Cap, are you still under NDA for those things to come, you said? Yes. Yes. I cannot speak about any of that. Trollololololol. Are we starting our descent? No. 265 miles. So still probably another... Oh, it's saying 1925. So 30 minutes. 30 minutes till descent. Spotted an Austin alt account. What if you broke the NDA? Not like anybody would notice. Oh, man. Yes, they would, and I would get in some big trouble. Guys, can we get some more trolls in chat for Austin? I like Austin. He deserves some trolls. What Fort Myers scenery have I got? Scenery's in the link down below, Mac, or you can put exclamation point scenery in chat. He capped just one thing. The correct pronunciation is Ita. Got you. Ita. Italia. What's the in-flight lunch menu? Great question. I have no clue what United. United serves on their flights. To be honest with you. Is the Latin VFR San Diego good? It is. Yeah. It is, man. It stands for Italia Trasporto Aereo. Italy Air Transport. Got you. And that's the one that replaced the old one, right? Some roasted peanuts? Hey, all for that, man. Sleep is in your in-flight meal. Apparently Air Transat flies Toronto to Lika. Damn, really, Austin? Alitalia, thank you. Yes, that's the one. AJ says chicken bowls. Hey, I've got a chicken bowl in the fridge, okay, sir? It's important to criticize BS like X-Plane 12 so people don't waste their time and money. I agree. I was watching another streamer the other day and was surprised how much he was pumping up X-Plane 12, almost like someone offered him payment to do so. Hey, man, it's okay, dude. Honestly, I've been accused. People have accused me of being on Microsoft Flight Simulator's payroll. So who knows, man? Everybody's got some wild ideas, man. But I think what you see, Ryan, is I think a lot of streamers right now are trying to play like devil's advocate. They see a lot of people criticizing X-Plane and they're like, well, hold on, maybe I'll play that person and I'll kind of gain all the X-Plane users' respect by pumping their tires and pumping up the simulator. I kind of think that's what you see going on. So, did I hear someone speaking Italian? The only Italian I know is not nice Italian. And the only reason I know that is from my Italian friends and family. I had really good friends growing up and they were Italian and it was just wild being over at their house, man. Crazy, dude. Pay me a bag, I'll promote the fuck out of X-Plane 12. There you go. United probably serves unruly passengers from the flights before. Who knows? Who knows? What upcoming aircraft are you excited for? E220, E330, 777, Q400. So many, man. So many. That's exactly what I was going to say, Tony. That's exactly what I was going to say, man. The amount of times I've heard that just be yelled across the dinner table while we're having a nice Italian meal. 100%, Ryan. They're playing devil's advocate, man. It's very common. Very, very, very common, Ryan. You'll see a lot of people kind of just being like, well, X-Plane doesn't deserve, you know, everybody else is criticizing X-Plane, so I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to be nice. And you know what's funny, though, man, is all those streamers that, like, say X-Plane is great, they maybe spend 1-2 streams flying X-Plane, and guess where they are? They're right back in Microsoft Flight Simulator, man, because they slowly realize, damn, this is not good. Performance is good, terrible, visuals are terrible, everything in between is just not good in X-Plane right now. I don't know how, unless they've got like some crazy trick up their sleeve, man, I don't know how they plan on releasing in less than a month's time and it being anything decent. I have no clue, man. Are you going to play X-Plane 12 again? Yeah, we will. We'll play it on release, man. Once it comes to official release. It's going to be crazy, man. I think you said you grew up in Windsor? No, I've always grown up in Ottawa, man. There's a free E220 coming? There is, yeah. I visited relatives there. It's incredible what they do. Very cool, man. All I got to do is go back and look at the streamers past 20 streams, and 15 of them are Microsoft Flight Simulator. 100%. 100%, dude. Q400, we won't see it for a while, which is a shame. I agree, yeah. I agree, man. You are right, Jojo. Nobody's forcing you to be here and watch anything. You're right. Laminar Research are like a small company, though. This isn't fair to say that. What do you mean it's not fair to say that? Come on, man. Like, don't... How you going to be so naive? So if you're telling me 2 restaurants are beside one another, all right? One restaurant is owned by a multi-million-dollar company, and they're serving great food. The other company is a mom-and-pop shop, and they're serving shitty food. It's not fair, to be honest, and say, wow, you know what? I'd love to support them because they're a local, homegrown restaurant, but the food is just not good. You don't support that, right? Like any other aspect in life. Come on, man. Come on. Gotta be smart here, man. Just because Laminar Research is a small team doesn't mean anything, dude. They want to play with the big boys. They released a simulator to play with the big boys. Well, guess what? You're going to be treated like the big boys when you do that. And, you know, criticism is part of the game, man. If you want to be a game developer, a simulator developer, whatever it may be, criticism, it's part of the genre, man. It's part of the game, dude. You have to be able to accept it. You have to be able to deal with it. And you have to be able to grow from it. It's what you're doing is not fair. You're categorizing them because Laminar Research is a small team. We have to, you know, we have to be nice to them because they can't put out a good simulator. Like, no, man, that's not right at all. It's not right at all. Do you know the release date of the free E220? No, none. I was watching an X-Plane 12 stream the other day, and one thing that really caught my eye was how the clouds were really flat on top at high altitudes. The clouds look bad, but I think with all the money that Laminar Research has made, they could have been there, but I think the money has got the best of Austin's owner. Hey, dude, he's over there buying multi-million-dollar airplanes, real airplanes and stuff like that, and flying down to St. Martin and stuff, dude. He's busy man. Busy man. What's the worst payware scenery? Is there anything worse than the Jetta scenery? Oh, yeah, there's a bunch. I think there's like the FS sceneries or something like that. Hey, listen, Mitchell, you don't have to agree with me, my friend. Nobody's forcing you to agree with me. I'm just trying to give you my perspective. I don't think that categorizing Laminar Research as a quote-unquote small company is an excuse to push out a subpar product. I kind of think that you may be part of the issue with everything going on, just because you're sitting there and you're accepting a subpar product because it's coming from a smaller company than Microsoft. That's not, in my opinion, I don't agree with that whatsoever at all. Everyone knows that X-Plane 12 is just an update of X-Plane 11. It's strange to say, but I prefer X-Plane 11 instead of X-Plane 12. But man, X-Plane 11 isn't to 2022 standards. I agree, 100%. 100%. Shiv, take care, man. 3 a.m. I will see you on Thursday, my man. Thanks for coming to hang out. Appreciate you, dude. To be honest, I'm in the food business. Most mom and pop shop restaurants are much better compared to the Olive Garden. 100%, Tony. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. I was just giving a perspective, right? That's all I was doing. FSX scenery or something like that? Yes, terrible. Terrible. So you can get really nasty if you jump down the wrong hole. Yes, there's some pretty bad scenery out there for sure. Phoenix are planning on improving the cabin because they were taking full advantage of the sim. I think that proves that cabins aren't a fancy resource hog anymore. There you go. Good news. Is the PMDG also thinking about bringing their 747? They are. Yeah. Can't be too small a company if he's buying $1 million aircrafts. Yep, I would agree. And bringing his whole staff down to St. Martin. It's probably 10 grand right there, man. Bring 3 or 4 of your staff members, hotels, airfare. That's a $10,000 trip right there, man. No problem. PMDG announced a 777X. There you go. Very good. If there was no Microsoft Flight Simulator, would you have tried P3D? Probably. Yeah. Have you seen the new ENGM scenery? I haven't really taken a look at it yet, Little Manisk. I've been told that it's not very good. I don't know. You think like a mom and pop company would care about their base more? You would think. Well, here's the thing, Tony, and like I said, I think what you're seeing right now is a shift in focus. I don't necessarily think that Laminar Research doesn't care about their fan base. I think what you're seeing is a shift in focus. I think with X-Plane 11, you've really seen a shift between, you know, allowing modders to, like, you know, put ortho and airport scenery and aircraft and stuff like that. You're seeing a transition switch over from X-Plane kind of wanting to be that simulator for everybody to X-Plane switching over to be that simulator solely for pilots or those who are aspiring to be pilots. That's kind of how I see the shift going. And like I said, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I just feel like they should be a little bit more open with it. Like they should have, you know, hey guys, the reason X-Plane 12 is so similar to X-Plane 11 is because, you know, blah, 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 blah. But you'll never see that from those companies. You know what I mean? Should we be placing the money into more developers for X-Plane 12? I agree, 100%. But that's, unfortunately, Ryan, I can count the number of products on one hand that are under development right now for X-Plane 12. One hand. I can count how many like major products are going on. I don't have enough hands or toes to count how many major products are coming out for Microsoft Flight Simulator over the next year. Notable ones in X-Plane, you've got the Dassault Falcon, you've got PMDG, sorry, you've got not PMDG, you've got Flight Factor with the 777 and the 787. You've got Tollus working on a project that they haven't announced yet. You've got that's pretty much it, I think. You know what I mean? When it comes to the X-Plane world of things. But when you go to the Microsoft Flight Simulator world, dude, we have freeware planes coming out for Microsoft Flight Simulator that are probably going to exceed the $120 payware planes coming from Flight Factor. Mark my words. I guarantee you the freeware A220 that we are getting for Microsoft Flight Simulator will be better than most payware coming for X-Plane 12. I can promise you that. All you have to do is join the Synaptic Simulation Discord and go look at what these guys are doing with the A220, and it will literally blow you away. They've got a group of real-world A320 pilots helping code the systems, getting everything down pat. This airplane is going to be nuts, and I cannot wait for it. It's going to be crazy, man. Yeah. Which dev in their right mind would invest in X-Plane 12 right now? Yeah. No, I said, yeah. Here's some more perspective. Austin was in St. Martin with Swiss 01 making videos. That in itself speaks volumes. I don't know if he was actually there making videos, Smitty. I don't know. I don't want to think too much into it. I think it was just a complete, I think maybe it was just a complete, by chance they were there. But who knows, man? Who really knows? Who really knows? But I do kind of think you are pushing an agenda / unfair opinion on Laminar Research, which skews people's opinion on X-Plane. That's interesting, Mitchell. I don't know why you think I'd be pushing a skewed opinion. I think everything that I'm saying about X-Plane is very true. I've also, and I'll reiterate it again right now, I do feel like there is a purpose for X-Plane in this world. I just don't think the purpose for X-Plane is for your average everyday flight simmer. I think your average everyday flight simmer is much more invested in Microsoft Flight Simulator as opposed to X-Plane. I think maybe you're being a little bit too critical about what I'm saying and you're not kind of looking at the whole picture. I don't think I'm being unfair to X-Plane at all. I think I'm hitting on all relative points. But hey, you know what? Everybody has their own opinion. Like I said, your opinion is your opinion. And if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel, man. I'm not gonna push anything, or I'm not gonna try and sway your opinion on anything, man. You're a grown person, you're an adult, you can make your own opinions. I'm just giving you mine and what I see from an outside perspective or from a different perspective. That's it. The fact that Austin and Thompson went to St. Martin to record a video about how do engines work, and they had their vacation under it, 100%, man. Yeah. He wasn't there with Swiss. Swiss 01 was on the beach at the same time as Austin and one of his staff members. There you go. Tolus is trash. The textures are terrible. The EFB isn't very good either, and they can't compete with Microsoft Flight Simulator devs. That's why they stay in their little hole. And there's another opinion, Gavin. There you go, man. Yeah. There you go. How many hours do I have in X-Plane 12? Oh, I don't know, 25 or 30 or something like that. Not very many. It wasn't up to the standard that I was ready to fly it the last time we flew it. It was just crazy. I like Tolus, but their textures have always left a little something to be desired in my mind. 100%. Yeah, texturing is not their game. They've come out and flat and said it. Textures are not their strong point, which I understand. Tolus's strong point is with system depth and that type of stuff, you know. But again, you know, at the end of the day, how many real-world A320 pilots who have flown all day in the real life are coming home and they're going to choose to fly the Tolus because of its system depth? That's not it, dude. Like, again, I can't reiterate enough when I say that there has 75 to 80% of the flight sim community are not real pilots. So what do they look for? Would they rather have an appealing airplane or an airplane that you can pop out a circuit breaker and do a fault? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Some people love to do that stuff, man. Some people love to, you know, just pop circuit breakers and make things not work and do things right. Absolutely. But I find you have to have a line. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. You're such a bully, Cap. How do you speak your opinion on X-Plane? It's okay, man. It's all right. It's all right. I'm used to this by now. What monitor do you use, widescreen or standard? Trent, it is a 32-inch curved monitor. You can actually put ! monitor in chat, Trent, and it'll provide you with a link to exactly what I am using. There's nothing wrong with people sharing their opinion. Everyone just needs to be respectful. I agree. I feel like I've always been respectful on it, man. I'm not sitting here, you know, pulling a Dr. Disrespect and opening up my screen and uninstalling X-Plane and removing all my add-ons and doing this. I'm not being disrespectful with it at all. I think what I'm doing is I'm providing an opinion, and albeit, you know what, listen, like, I've been part of this. My doorbell's ringing. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, apologies, I'm back. Anyways, what I was saying was, I've been in this industry and I've been doing this hobby for many, 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 many years. I'm just giving my opinion of how I feel I see things right now. I'm also a streamer. I also have my ear to the ground. I speak with a lot of developers. I speak with a lot of other content creators. I feel like I have a really good sense of what's going on, you know, in the community right now. So, yeah. Little Menace, one and only chance with that one, man. We don't condone any type of piracy here on the channel. Support developers. Please don't talk about those things in my stream chat. Ecap, what game you guys on VATSIM do you use to the ATC? That's VATSIM. It's not a game. It's part of the VATSIM network. Ooh, this stuff stinks. Organic gold butter. Do X-Plane sponsors still reach out to you or just Microsoft Flight Sim? No, I haven't. Well, I've had a few, to be honest with you. App reviewer, yeah, like, I'm not going to lie. There's still been a few. I still have contacts in the X-Plane world. But, you know, just for an example, right? Like, I used to be partnered with Tolis. Tolis didn't offer to send me the 319 update, the 321 update, the 340 update. They never offered to send those to me. You know, they... I still do get emails and requests, you know what I mean? You're a good little man. Just don't do that again, please. You know, I still do get emails all the time about products, you know, developers and products for X-Plane and asking me. And I'm usually very honest with them, and I just tell them, you know, right now, I just don't see, you know, I just don't see that type of stuff going on, and I just don't see it right now for X-Plane, but... that's just me, you know. All right, chat. We have to plan our arrival. We're on the Filbo with the FAC. Yes, I'm not joking, by the way. Filbo and FAC transition. What's the weather doing right now? The weather in Newark is 330, 17 gusting 21. Wow, hi. How are you? That'll be nice. 330. Shit, where are we landing, chat? 330. Okay, 330. I guess ILS 4? I guess the 4s would be the way to go. I guess we'll go 4 right via Kilma. We'll execute. Alright, and then legs, and we're going to go direct Shauna and execute that. Nope. We're going to go legs. We're going to go direct OTT and execute that. And then throw it back to LNAV, VNAV. There we go. All right. And we're getting a fuel just because we have the center pumps on. We'll turn those off. Okay. I think we're good. Top of descent is in 65 miles. I'm just going to go through this quickly just to make sure everything looks good. Flip him to plan. Step through. Okay. I think what we're going to do is from Metro, we're just going to go direct to Mart. So let me find that down here. So Kilma. So gonna do that, execute that. There we go. That is much nicer, but that's also probably going to change my top of descent slightly. Not really. So we're all good there. Cool. Okay, there we go. Yoke cam for landing. Yeah, I've got the yoke cam up. Yep, Newark uses 4 right for landings, 4 left for takeoff. Yep, that's why we've got 4 right in there. Do I use reshade? No, I do not. Cap, should I get the current payware Newark scenery? Honestly, Jonathan, I would wait. I think there's a couple in development for it right now. Not the biggest fan of the one that's available. It's not very good. Yeah. Do I play World of Warcraft? I do not. No. Don't forget rudder cam with no socks. No, 100,000 subscribers. And that'll be on Only Planes. Starting a new website, onlyplanes.com. First of all, as a content creator that you are, you have the right to make and state your opinion on X-Plane, P3D, Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is something that you do on a daily, and you have to make sure that the game/content is great. I agree, man. Hey, listen, dude, I'm not, like I said, I feel like anybody that is gonna like say that like I can't state an opinion or something like that, that's obviously just somebody who's upset because they don't have, they don't share the same opinion as me, right? And one thing that I've learned from doing this over the years and years is some people have a really hard time when other people have an opinion. Also, some people come in here and they see that I'm streaming for 200, 300, 400 people, and they think that I'm using my platform to, you know, to degrade other simulators or other content creators or other products that are available, developers, whatever it may be. I mean, for most of you guys who have known me over the years and who have been in my channel for a while, I think you all know that, first of all, that's not my intention to ever, you know, throw shade on somebody that doesn't, you know. I feel like everything that we kind of talk about here on the channel is relevant, and it makes sense to us flight simmers. Also, with that, we're all adults here, or I'd like to think that most of us are adults here who can make their own opinions, and there's nothing wrong with having a difference of opinion with somebody. It's very normal to have a difference of opinion. It's also very normal to have a different outlook. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's healthy, and I think it's good that we have these conversations, because I think, and hopefully it will lead to a better, you know, flight simulator down the road. And, you know, whether developers listen to us or whether developers don't listen to us, whether you like it or not, I kind of feel like we have more of a connection with the flight sim community than the actual developers have, or the actual people making these simulators, because we're the end user, right? We're the people that streams our content to hundreds and thousands of people every week, every month, whatever it may be. You know, it's pretty easy to kind of see how it goes, you know? No, I agree, Ryan. I agree, man. I mean, I've always kept it real, dude. I don't really sugarcoat anything. And, you know, I'm always the first person to tell you guys. And I mean, I've always been, you know, if I'm sponsored by somebody or if I'm getting paid to use a product or something like that, I usually am very clear, and I'm very, I always mention those things. So I always let you guys make your own opinion on it, you know? If I'm getting paid to use a product, or I'm getting paid to do this, or I'm getting paid to do that, I always mention that to you guys, and I always say, you know, like, you guys need to make your own opinion on this. I'm just providing you with my opinion. You can either agree with me, disagree, or you can come in the middle. It's, you know, it is what it is, man. Nobody's going to be upset. Again, it's your opinion. It's your simulator life. It's whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. Nobody's going to be upset. It's no sweat off my back. If you watch my videos and you decide that, you know, the Microsoft Flight Simulator is not for you and you want to go to X-Plane, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Or vice versa. You're currently on X-Plane, you watch my videos and you're like, damn, I want my sim to look like that. And you jump. It's no difference, man. It's no sweat off my back, dude. It's whatever you want to do. I'm just here to provide you with exactly that, my opinion on things. And you are the ultimate decider of your fate. You get to do whatever you do. Look at those clouds down there. That looks incredible. Cap, can you try 2.9 approach? Thing is we've got, no, let's LaGuardia approach. We have Newark approach online, so let me see what they're doing in Newark. Let me see what they got for the ATIS. So yeah, they're doing 4 right in approach, so we got to do 4 right. There's ATC online. If there was no ATC online, we could have switched up the runway or something like that. But yeah, FSIM Vancouver, yes, FSIM Sharper Travel, 100%. How can you import the SimBrief to the PMDG? Tobias, you need what's called SimBrief Downloader. Looks like this. You can download it from SimBrief. And then what you need to do is you need to set your PMDG flight plans to your directory. And that's how that works, my friend. Very simple. All right, we are about to start our descent, chat. Let's go ahead and bring our altitude down. Oh, I don't know what it was on the chart. We'll have a look. It was showing base altitude 8,000 feet for Dallin. So I guess we'll plug in 8,000 feet for Dallin, and then we'll worry about the rest. Cool. Thinking about getting GSX today, is it worth it just for the visuals and the pushback? Absolutely, Alex. 100%, man. Yeah. The learning curve for me moving over to Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to be painful. Yes and no, Ryan. Things are definitely done differently over here, for sure, man. But I don't think it's... I think, like I said, like, you know, the 737 flies like any other 737 that I've flown, right? The systems in the A320 are like systems that I've always flown in, so... I don't know, man. I feel like you'll be okay. Give me a sec, guys. Just gonna get some water. Alright, chat, sorry about that. We're back, got some water. Ready to go for a spicy approach into New York. Let's start configuring some stuff here, shall we? So we know that we are to expect 4 right for the arrival. So we'll come down here. 4 right. That's what I planned, right, chat? I planned 4 right. Yeah. Pardon me. Wow. 4 right. Okay. That's planned in. That's good. We are descending. Let's grab some information here for the ILS 4 right. Charts are being really slow today. Has anybody else noticed this? They're like not loading the way they usually do. It's really slow. 108.7 on the frequency. 108.7. Left side. Right side. And then our front course, 039. All right, good. And our minimums today, 211. All right. Everything is set. We're looking good, chat. Looking real good. And then the frequency we need for Newark approach is 12855. So we'll get that pre-programmed in. 12855. All right, 12855 is programmed. Now we're just going to go back to this wing view and we're going to enjoy these beautiful visuals coming in. Looks like Philly approaches online as well as Newark. I don't think we'll do Philly though. I think we'll just fly over their airspace. Who knows though. It's not that hard to switch. A modding Mark software simmer is easy as everything regardless of the type of mod goes into the folder. Just buy the sim and have a good aircraft to fly. Yeah. I've tried to save the 737 in cold and dark and it just keeps coming up ready to taxi. So Timothy, what you need to do then is you need to go down here. It's because you don't have your set state. So come down here, go to PMDG setup, and then you have to do startup state. So you need to set it here as the one that you saved. Save it in your startup state. I'm sure if you put startup state right now, it's probably set as ready to go or whatever. Ready to taxi. So make sure your startup state. So every time you load in, you'll be good. Do you have general turbulence on an FS realistic? It seems like when I turn it off, my PMDG acts much general turbulence. Let me see. I think it's on. Effects general turbulence. General turbulence is on. Hear and feel the cockpit shakes caused by turbulence hitting the aircraft. Yeah. Maybe if I disable, we'll just keep the sound on. We'll disable the range and movement. See how that goes. I don't know. Yeah, question for the A310 on the descent. Would it descend on its own if I already put the part of the flight plan, or would you still have to descend it manually? So, kind of like in the Airbus, it has the push and the pull, right? If you put your mouse over on top, it'll like put an arrow up mouse and an arrow down. If you go to the altitude, you want to push down arrow, and then you'll see here, it should see like P descent in blue. P des is what it says there, and that's how you know that you're in profile descent. You want it to descend in profile mode. When do the Christmas lights and the tunes start? Christmas lights may come up on Thursday. Are we going to be into a new month on Thursday? Yeah, we will. Yeah, maybe Thursday. Thursday we'll get them on. They're already ready to go. Like, turn them on right now. See? I can turn the Christmas lights on right now. They are ready to go. I am in the spirit. But we have to wait till at least December, I feel like. December 1st we can put the lights up. So for right now, we'll keep them off. Yeah. It's never too early for Christmas lights. Oh boy. Bring on some Mariah Carey. Oh boy. I don't think we're going to get any Mariah in there, but... Needs more snowflakes. Just bring the X-Plane fanboys in here. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean that. Apologize. Sorry. It was a joke, chat. I hope you all understand. Don't get mad at me. Don't cancel me. It was a joke. Altimeter's 2977. Sheesh. 2977. Oh, good that looks, man. I was choking, chat. Simmer down now. Simmer down now. Austin's going for you, Cap. He's going to pull down my YouTube videos for hate speech. Something to bring it out of standard mode. Did I not do it? Oh, sorry. Thought I did. Thanksgiving is just a Christmas holiday? It pretty much is, to be honest with you. I always find it crazy that it's so close to, like, American Thanksgiving is so close to Christmas. That, yeah. We do have an aircraft in front of us. I'm not quite sure when he's going to call us for approach, but let's go. Auto break 3. Trying to figure out where we're parking as well. Into Newark. Oh, we're parking up there. Okay, we're at the what are these? The 100 gates? Sure. 105 or 106. 107, sorry. 105, 107. What landing monitor do I use? LRM. You can put exclamation point LRM in chat, Benny. That'll populate it for you, man. Your trees looked glitched. What do you do? What do you mean? What's wrong with the trees? Your Boxing Day is so close to our Christmas. Wait, you guys don't have Boxing Day the day after? I thought that was like a thing. Probably shouldn't have been there anyways, Bradley. It's Canada. Our land is frozen 7 months of the year. We literally have a thing in Canada called permafrost. If you dig X amount of feet below the ground, it's frozen. Permafrost. It is cold in Canada. Take us on in hockey. Then we'll actually show up. I hope he gives us vectors straight in, to be honest with you, Chad. I don't know if it's going to happen, but... music is done for the day. Can close that as well. See some more Orbex flex? No, man. You guys are crazy, dude. I was just pointing out because I know there's some people in chat that are going to be like, he's only showing that because he gets everything for free from Orbex. You know how it goes, man. Oh, and it was the Canada so bad, closest I've been is Niagara Falls. Hey, close enough. Welcome to Canada. When flying, the trees is not sharpened. I have the settings for trees to ultra. That's weird. I don't know. I do not know, my friend. I'm sorry. Hello, Captain from Vorkuta, Russia. Good to see you, kids hockey. Welcome aboard, man. Hope all's well. Long John Silver? Never been there. Cloudy day here on the East Coast? It is. Yeah, it is, it is. Cloudy and windy here for me today. Very windy. Was taking Daisy and I on our WALK this morning, and it was quite windy. I'm wondering when Newark Approach is going to give us a call. Maybe I should call him up here soon. Where's Metro? Metro's here. I've already deleted these 2 waypoints. Maybe I should put those waypoints back. What do you think, Chart? Chat. Wow, Chart. I was looking at Mart, and I called you guys Chart instead of Chat. My brain is working extra special today, chat. Mart. Hey, Chart. Hey, Chart. Fuck's sakes. Oh, boy. It's Monday, chat, okay? It's Monday. Leave me alone. I know Smitty is just shaking his head right now. All kinds of terrible. Mart, why am I... Again, I'm doing it on here. I literally have an FMC right beside me now. Here I am punching in waypoints. PHLBO. Filbo. Filbo needs to go after Mart. Gonna go with that one. Execute, and then it should be there. Execute. Okay, good. There. Now we've got everything back in properly. That should be vectors, so we'll deal with that in a second. Newark Approach is calling us, chat. 12855. Let's give him a call. Chart. Never take yourself too seriously, chat. If there's anything that I'm going to teach you, especially if you want to be a streamer, never take yourself too seriously. You always got to roll with the punches. Have fun with it, man. All right, we've got information uniform. We'll let them know. Newark Approach, very good afternoon, United 422 with information uniform. 9,000 descending.
Okay, 422 New York Approach. Hello, squawk 1576.
1576, United 422. 1576, chat. There we go, and we'll press the little ident button for him.
422 radar contact over Dillon, 9000, Newark altimeter 2977. Turn right heading 090, descend and maintain 5000, vectors ILS 4 right approach.
All right, right turn 090 down to 5,000, vectors for the 4 right approach, United 422. All right, 090, 5,000. Good.
Okay, 759, continue that left turn heading 180.
Looking good. Sweet. Davis, nice. I'm counting all the rivets today, AJ. I'm counting the rivets from here. 1, 2, 3. Lots of rivets that I can see from my cockpit up here.
Left 180, United 759.
Many rivets. Maybe it has something to do with the 30% indica that I lit up when we were... Maybe. Could be some of the issues today. I always wonder this, do I wait to contact me or do I call them when I'm near their airspace? It depends, Benny. You can do both, man. There's really no, you know. Mr. Mopar, dude. How are you, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Appreciate you being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a great Monday, man. Any aircraft are so well done, they just feel right. They do. The flight model, dude, on that 310 is, like, delicious, Big Cat. It's so good, man. I can't wait for them to, bring their A300 over as well. It's going to be so, so, so good, man. The no smoking sign is off. You are correct. Alright, let's turn the sounds up. Let's get a little bit more configured here for our arrival. We're looking good. We're on heading 090, 5,000 feet. You're good, Betty. I usually wait for them to contact me, Benny. Yeah. Man, the 310 is amazing. Took you a week to learn it? Yeah, it's great, man. It's even worse when the words you were spelling sound like the actual word. Spelled treat. Sounds almost like you are saying it in slow-mo. You're right. Daisy, she didn't clue in on that one. I have to be careful saying certain words around the days. She's a very smart doggo, she is.
Okay, 422, turn left heading 070, descend and maintain 3000.
Left turn 070 and down to 3,000 for United 422. I don't know how much we're going to see here today, chat, with all of these clouds. Cloudy, cloudy. Hope for decent 787? Yes, I agree. Yeah. Waiting to see if this Kia has a blown head gasket. 100% it does, Mopar. 100% it does. It's a given. That's what AJ said. Great minds think alike, AJ. Definitely has a blown head gasket, Mopar. How much is a blown head gasket on a Kia, Mopar? $1,000? Don't you have to pull the whole, like, cylinder head off and It's a pain in the ass, isn't it? To do a head gasket.
And 422, 13 miles from Gritty, descend and maintain 3000 until established. Speed ILS 4 right approach.
3,000 till established, cleared ILS 4 right approach. United 422, thanks. All right, chat, let's start bringing our speeds back down here. 210. My hands are so cold for some reason today. And we're going to arm our approach. We're going to chill on our descent rate here a little bit. We're going to burn off some of the speed. Nice, cool, bro. Keep the packs on. This one is probably junkyard. Oh no. So you're gonna come back with a blown head gasket, and the owner's gonna be like, ah, chuck it. I don't want it. Flaps 1. Let's arm our ground spoilers. Green light. Auto brake is set as well. We're looking good, chat. Should have had those on. My bad. Should have also had these on. We were having a nice little chat there. My bad. Newark was my home airport for a long time. Very cool. Head gaskets are expensive regardless of the brand. Yeah, because you have to pull the whole. Yeah, I agree. All right, and because we're only doing one flight today, chat, we can do our replay. So we get a nice replay here. 210 on the speeds, looking great. Approach speed today is looking at 153. I'm wondering if I should add a little bit because of the wind. We'll be fine. Do you fly DCS? I do not, no. New York is expensive? It is.
Yes. Right here. Is that available for us? Again, 555, heavy pushback onto Alpha is approved, face southwest. Alright, pushing into Alpha is approved, and we're face southwest. Our American Flash Express heavy, thank you so much.
Oh my god. Saw PT Cruiser Turbo last week.
Maintain 3000.
I was like, they still run, must have been stored for the last 15 years. Dude, especially up here in Canada, LA. Those just get destroyed, man. I feel like any car up here just gets absolutely destroyed. A little bit late on the localizer there, airplane. Lokes captured. We're looking great. Sitting at, I don't know how many miles out it says. 20 miles, something? The Neon in different clothes. Dude, the Dodge Neon. Woof. What a vehicle right there. Are you using FS Realistic? I am, Neth. Yeah. Newark Terminal 3 is the nicest terminal we've ever been to. Is that a joke or is that legitimate? I can't tell. We're going up to Terminal C. Is that the nicest terminal? We're going like right in here. Charlie 2 Pier is where we're parking. Good old PT loser. Nice. Used to live in New York. My rent was $3,000 including rats and roaches. Jesus, dude. That's insane, man. $3,000? That is just wild. It's doing that thing where it acts like it's using the RNAV instead of the ILS. See how it shows glide path? Yes, I do see that. And it's got the, yeah, instead of localizer. That's weird. I wonder why it's doing that.
Hey, 422, you're 7 miles in trail of Boeing 738. Wind 34017, gust 21. Runway 4 right, clear to land. Speed 180 or greater till 5 mile final.
All right, 4 right, clear to land. We'll keep the speed 180 or greater till 5 mile final. United 422.
All
right, chat.
759, turn left heading 070, intercept
down to 180.
Runway 4 right, localizer.
Let's go runway heading in case we need to sync that bad boy up. Good. Glide slopes captured. Wonderful. Looking good. Yeah, it's showing glide path. Did that to me the other day too, Andy. I didn't even clue in. I didn't even think it would be, you know, that was the reasoning. Crazy. Oh man, the replays flying around here, chat, are going to be fantastic. You can see AccuSeason's doing its thing with the loading in all the beautiful trees. All right, 180 or greater till 5 miles. We are currently 7 miles. Absolutely, Alain. Yeah. Do I use any reshade? No. Default.
It's 7:59, 5 miles from Gritty. Maintain 3000 until established. State ILS 4 ready approach.
Alright, coming up on 5 miles. Let's start bringing that speed back. 170. Let's go gear down. Flaps 15 degrees. Remember the replay? Yes, I'll do it now just so chat doesn't have a panic attack. There we go. We are recording, chat. Do I use Google Maps mod? Nope. Everything is default, my man. Look at that crosswind coming in, chat. This is going to be spicy, guys. 155 is what we're going to aim for on the approach. And we'll bring flaps 25 degrees out.
It's 7:59, your number 2, 10 miles trail to Boeing 737, wind 340.
And flaps 30, which will be our landing flaps today. Alrighty, chat. It's gonna be. I was gonna say we deal with gusting winds all the time, to be honest with you. So, what difference is it today with these gusting winds, right? We always deal with gusting winds. All right, joystick cam's going on. Enjoy the arrival, friends. Catch you down on the ground. My throttles. Good. And my airplane. Alright, landing checklist. Gears down, 3 green. Flaps are 30 and indicated. Ground spoilers are armed with the green light. Cabin crew has been advised we've been cleared to land. Sounds are going up. Let's put this bad boy down, shall we?
Taking 555 heavy, runway 4 left. Taxi via Alpha. Alpha, or runway 4 left.
A little bit high up on the slope. We'll pull the power back a little bit. There we go. Back on track. Just trying to keep the VREF speed just a little bit higher, or a V approach speed, sorry, just because of those winds, man. Those gusting winds, they're going to push our pineapple in any second.
300. Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
We're approaching at a 71 November, with yield leveling at 8,000.
100.
And 71 November, New York approach.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Hold it. Reversers. Kick it over. Nose gently. Oh, there she goes. Left enable, we'll hold short for left. United 422.
And 71 November, hit us contact 9 miles southwest of Metro at
60 knots, reverser stowed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Newark. Oh, baby. Spice. Take it here to the left. Frames kind of took a tank there on final. Sheesh. Welcome, my amigos.
Newark approach, good afternoon.
Down to Newark. We're going to go Papa 4. We'll take a left here to Lima.
2464 New York approach.
This is Lima.
Squawk 1613.
Squawk 1613.
What are you physically doing when you kick it over? Recentering the rudders? Yes. And
Where are
adding...
you looking to park today?
Looking for... bear with me, company just told me. Charlie 2, please. The Pier Charlie 2.
Alright, 422. Let's see.
Told us to hold short, so we're going to...
On Lima, cross runway 4 left. Continue Lima, Sierra, Kilo, Alpha to the rim.
Alright, we'll cross 4 left at Lima. Continue Lima, Sierra, Kilo, and Alpha. Thanks for wonderful ATC, and hopefully we'll see you soon. United 422. Alright, cool. Lima, Sierra, Kilo,
United
Alpha.
2464,
Doesn't get any
radar
easier than that, chat.
contact.
Doesn't get
Just
any
over
easier
Dylan,
than that.
8,300, Newark altimeter 2977.
Clean everything up here. We'll stop the clocks.
4 right approach.
2 hours and 9 minutes. We're early, chat.
6,000.
We are early, chat. Do I use AccuSeasons? I do, yes. But yes, Andy, that's exactly what I'm doing, man. So coming in, you obviously have... So coming in, I had left rudder, and then when I'm flaring it, I'm kind of adding a little bit of right rudder as I'm coming in, and then as soon as you decrab, you want to try and decrab as soon as you're kind of just before you touch down, right? I'm getting better at it. I'm definitely not... honestly, Andy, if I'm being critical of myself, crosswinds are definitely my... I find I have... That's like the most amount of work that I need to work on is crosswind landings, decrabbing, crabbing it in, doing things like that. To me, that is the weakest aspect of my flying, if you will. But yeah, I've found that helps the most. Kind of finding that rudder, giving it a little bit of left. It obviously depends. We had a left crosswind, right? So, yeah. It's not that I necessarily have an issue finding the center line, Andy. I just think for me that I end up doing a little bit later than I should. But, yeah. Again, Aprevere, that's just something that I do, man. I have no real-world experience. I have absolutely no clue how it would be working in the real world. In the simulator world, I've just found that works for me. Like I said, I don't have a lot of practice with crosswind landings. Fortunately enough, we usually end up landing into the wind. But yeah, that's something, like I said, that I need to work on, man. That's probably my weakest aspect of my flying would be my crosswind landings, I would think. Can't be worse than I did. I just fly for fun, hope for the butter. Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. Hey, Gav, is there any chance to sign for no smoking to turn off? Oh, it's off. Always off. Don't you worry. All right, coming up looking good. APU spooling. Everything else looks fine and dandy. I think we're going to 105. Let's see if GSX will pull that up. 105. Charlie. 105. Will you find yourself? 105. Yes. No. United. All right. They're there. Holy frames, Batman. All right, let's stop the recording. Good. We've got our replay all set up. Get ourselves into the stand. Remember, guys, if you did enjoy that flight, please don't forget to smash down the thumbs up button. We were going for 300 likes on today's stream. I am not seeing anywhere close to 300 likes. So if you guys did enjoy that and you would like to see more content like this, please, please, please smash down that thumbs up button for me. Show some channel the love. That would be very, very much appreciative. You could be on your way out and just smash that thumbs up for me. Hopefully we could reach our goal of 300 likes. Great flight today, chat. A lot of fun. 2 hours and 10 minutes. Stream's just pushing about 3 hours. Just picked up AccuSeasons on sale. Awesome job, man. Enjoy it, dude. Enjoy it. Is the Newark scenery good? No, not really, if I'm being honest. If I'm being dead honest. I paid for this one as well, so I'm probably going to be a little bit more critical about it, but no, it's not very good. I would highly suggest waiting for another version to come out. As you can see, the ground textures, the terminal textures, performance, all kind of mediocre at best. Yeah, it needs a lot of work. Yeah. Could you fly into JFK from RSW? You can, Isaac, yeah. Hitting that thumbs up is so damn easy. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it, man. Alright, we're going to get our flaps set. I know it's going to look weird, but I got to set the flaps, otherwise we're not going to have a proper replay. So I'm setting all the flaps. I admire your dedication to the stream as much as you do. I'm learning a lot from you, XP72, Jeff Fabiano, Blue Games, and many others. Awesome, Brandon. Well, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words, and those are all great people to watch, man. All great content creators. I respect every single one of those guys, man. Good friends of the channel as well. The LaGuardia scenery is awful. It's honestly, Zach, I think the LaGuardia scenery is better than this. Like this just, I don't know, man. This just doesn't look good. Like they didn't even do windows, dude. It's just textures of windows. Have you guys seen this stuff? It's literally just textures of windows. Like there's not even, yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. Where the hell is my marshaller? Do not have a marshaller. Are you over here? Somewhere in there? Oh no, you're just here, stuck behind the thing. Okay. Yep. I cannot see how much further we're supposed to be going in, but that's fine. The marshaller is stuck behind here, but look, they didn't even put, I'm going to show you, and this is exactly where I said, like, this is where I feel like some scenery is just not worth its weight. I'll show you here in a second. So they have this, like, we'll call that good right there, but look at the textures. They're not even, hold on, I'm inside. They're not even actual windows. They just put textures of glass. So it's not even like, it's not even a window. It's just a texture. Same as over there. Look at over there. Look at how weird that looks. It's not an actual window, and I don't know why they decided to do this. Probably because it's just easier to slap a texture on than it is to put actual, like, windows. But yeah, there is no windows here. It's all, like, textured glass. And I think that's why it looks so bad, to be honest with you. I think that's, like, one of the reasons it looks like shit. I mean, that and, like, look at these textures, dude. This is straight off FSX. This is like some holy low-res texture stuff going on here, man. Yeah, not very good. Not very good. And like I said, I'm always honest with the scenery. I paid for this one, too, so... yeah, not very good. Not very good, chat. Alright, APU gen is on. APU bleed is on. Engine bleeds are off. Engine numero 2. Engine number 1 to the off position. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Newark, New Jersey, my friends. After a 2-hour and 10-minute flight, let's operate the jetway. Bring this back over here. How close did we go? Oh, that's not bad, chat. For not no guidance system? Hey, no guidance system, almost dead on that line. I'm taking that as a park job. Could have gone a little bit further, but taking it, chat. I am taking it. Cool. Let's request deboarding.
The boarding requested.
Wonderful. Very FSX looking. 100% it is, man. 100% it is, dude. Yeah. It is not very good scenery, that is for sure. Can you do a quick 10-minute flight from Trinidad to Tobago? If you throw that into the suggestion channel, we could maybe take a look at that. Join my Discord. We have a full suggestion channel. It's just that I'm not going to remember that you've asked me to done this flight, if I'm being honest with you. So, yeah. Deboarding. And there we have it, chat. What a beautiful flight. What was the landing rate on that, chat? Does anybody remember? What was the landing rate on that bad boy, chat? I don't even have it here. I'm getting a 122. Sim Toolkit Pro says 122.
Passengers deboarding starting.
I don't know what the in-game one gave us. I rarely pay attention to what the in-game gave us, but I'm getting a 122 over here. Great landing then. 128, 129. Okay, good. Whoa, 1128, 173. Whoa, no. 128. Okay, that's what we're going with then. A 128. So that's a great landing, chat. Super happy with that one. Super duper happy with that one, my amigos. Well, everyone, that is going to wrap up the stream. That almost didn't happen because my computer was having an aneurysm this morning. But I'm glad to see that everything was fixed and everything was figured out. I also didn't turn off my... Hold on. The purists are going to get mad at me here for a second. Anti-collision light off, Captain. Seatbelt sign off, Captain. Hydraulic pumps off, Captain. Yaw damper off, Captain. Isolation valve open. Thank you, Captain. Okay, and starter switches can go off as well. There we go. Now we actually look like an airplane that should be deboarding. Beautiful. Yes, we do have the replay. Do not worry, my friends. We do have the replay. Cap, do you use a Seasons mod or something? Yes, Jonathan. It's called AccuSeasons by Rex. Rex AccuSeasons. That is what I use. You think Drzecki is doing Newark? I believe he is, yes. I believe he is. Leonard, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you, dude. Absolutely awesome. All right, cool. Let's pull over GSX. We'll restart the script. That'll remove everybody there. Let's jump back inside. We'll come down here. We'll close all those doors. Close and close and close. Good. We'll go upstairs. We'll get some brightness. Sorry, we'll get all of our lights back on for the replay. That way they're not all being spammed. That all looks good. That all looks good. That looks good. Beautiful. And we're disconnected from the network. Everything is good there. We can go and hit the play button. Wonderful. Cool. Let's have a look-see here. I'll kind of give us a camera. I'll give us a nice little wing view here of us coming in. Look at that as the sun is setting. Absolutely gorgeous. Isaac, thanks so much, man. Appreciate you, dude. Dropping the $1 donation. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much for supporting the streams. Really do appreciate you, man. Streaming tomorrow? No. No stream tomorrow. Actually, no. Maybe. If there is a stream, it's going to be tomorrow afternoon as an EU After Dark. And we're going to be playing the new PGA Tour, 2K23. I need to do an after work for my Thrustmaster sponsorship. So we're going to pull out the Thrustmaster X-Swap Pro controller, and we're going to do some golf. I don't know. That's either going to be tomorrow or it's going to be on Wednesday. So either tomorrow or Wednesday, that is the plan for an After Dark. The next official Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream is going to be on Thursday, and we're going to be checking out some new scenery down in Italy. So we're going to do that. So should be a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to it. Again, I'm going to take this time now to thank all my mods, my donators, my sponsors. Thank you all so much for everything that you guys do for the channel. Without you guys here, none of this is possible. So seriously, thank you all very, very much for your support. You guys are absolutely awesome. You're the backbone of this channel, and for that, I am forever, ever grateful. So thank you all so, so much to all the mods, donators, sponsors. Appreciate every single one of you. To those who cannot support using a monetary value, I still want to thank you guys just as much coming in here, hanging out week after week, stream after stream. You guys are absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and thank you all very, very much for your support, man. You guys are truly amazing, and everybody that comes in here to hang out with me, man, the conversations that we have between food and different simulators and everything else, it's truly amazing, man. So thank you guys very much for being here, supporting the channel, supporting me as a human and as a content creator. I'm very, very grateful for that. So thank you all so much, chat, for all of the support. So like I said, After Dark is going to either be tomorrow or Wednesday night. I'm not sure. Check your check my channel back. But we are going to do a golf After Dark. And then the next Flight Sim live stream, if you're not interested in any other content, the next Flight Sim live stream is going to be on Thursday afternoon, evening, morning, depending where you are in this world, and it's going to be a great one. Like I said, we're going to go check out some new scenery. There's 1,000 footers, 1,500s, so just after the 1,500s, but between the 1,500s and 2,000 footers. Nice kick over there to keep it nice and center-lined. Absolutely beautiful, my friends. I'll leave you guys with some replays on the outside. Everybody likes these views here. I like them too. It's always good to be able to see when we're flying in. I'll leave you guys with some tunes as well. Again, thanks so much for support, friends. I appreciate every single one of you. I look forward to catching you guys all on either Tuesday, Wednesday for the After Dark, or if you can't make it for that, Thursday for the next Flight Sim live stream. I think we're going to be doing some Ryanair ops. We'll have to see, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing some Ryanair ops out of some new Italian scenery done by Orbex. It looks really, really good. I think next week we've got a couple places that we're going to be checking out some new scenery. We got some new scenery by MK Studios. We got some new scenery by Orbex. There's a couple other sceneries as well, so should be a wonderful week of flying next week. Some Italian ops and everything in between. Thanks so much for hanging out, friends. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed this flight from Southwest Florida up to Newark. Again, real world United ops. Always a blast when we get to do these real world ops. So thanks so much, friends. Enjoy the replays, and I will catch you all either for the After Dark or for the next Microsoft Flight Sim live stream. Happy landings, my friends. Peace!